All right, what's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Liga,
And
of course,
Katie,
and we are Endure. And basically, for this endcast, we will want to talk about Mario Kart 8, of course, but also Mario Kart itself, because one of those franchises that define not only Nintendo, but is something that when people talk about Mario Kart, the other games out there who's tried to emulate it, and many have come, and some have come close to emulating it and making it close to the feel, but they don't get the drift or they don't get the fun mechanics and they don't get the a lot of stuff together. The closest one, in my opinion, is Diddy Kong Racing for 64 and DS. That's the closest it has. You know what I mean? Is the
yep,
is the closest to what that Mario Kart feel and fun and vibe is. And Diddy Kart Racing has its own style of setup, but Mario Kart has a special place in a lot of people's heart. If you're a Nintendo fan, even if you start at a Nintendo and you go into other cases, Mario Kart is one of those games, one of those franchises that just lives. And right now is with the DLC and the react 200cc reaction and everything has lived on.
200 cc's.
I know we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically. I was supposed to have two more people I'm coming through, but it didn't work out. So hey, it is what it is. We're gonna keep on going. We're gonna still go to our do our stuff that we normally gonna do. We're gonna basically me and Katie's gonna list our favorite Mario Kart, our least favorite Mario Kart, and then we're gonna go through the history of Mario Kart up to 8, and then also give a reaction to Mario Kart 8 and the DLC packs and everything else, and what from then on what goes on. So as like I say, Katie's on the line. Everything's good with you, Katie?
Yep.
Alrighty. So basically, let's go with that then. Which Mario Kart was and you gotta explain it just, and then because we'll get to when we get to that point, we'll explain what it is. But since it's just two of us, it might be the same, might not, whatever. Take out Mario Kart 8. Which Mario Kart is your best Mario Kart?
DS. DS, yeah, DS.
And which one is your least? I mean, you don't gotta be bad. It's just that the one you're like, I overlooking it over the years. I'm like, yeah, I could see.
Super Circuit. I didn't like Super
Second.
Circuit that much.
Okay. And I have to follow right behind her. DS is one of my favorite Mario Karts, and Super Circuit. Yep, that one did. That one did hurt when he came out. But it's like I said, it's one of those things that at the time you were like, it was good, but then
It's like a
we'll see.
new
But
thing.
yeah, and you look back and you do certain stuff. But right now, with that said, I'm gonna go through the reception because start Mario Kart Mario Kart started with, of course, produced, and the idea came from Shigeru Miyamoto, and it was directed by Tahashi Sagaya and Hideki Kono, and they wanted to come up with something that was a contrast to F-Zero's. Less speed, but just fun and chaotic, but fun. That's what they wanted to. That's basically what they wanted to come up with. So of course they used the whole F-Zero as a setup, and they cut the screen with a double screen and make sure. And of course, Shigeru said, "You know what? We'll basically put some of the items in there to just cause chaotic fun and just make it finicky and it's crude, but it's one of those games that you again it's one of the games you get frustration. It's everyone who plays Mario Kart has get frustration."
Whew.
but at least have fun doing it. And that's one thing. Some game designers, Nintendo's one of those game designers that does it. Studios that does it, that does that. That is frustrating, but kind of fun. And then other, of course, Platinum is one of them with like 101 and Bayonetta. It's like ah, but you still get in there and Zelda and the other, the other game studios that do that. But like I said, they wanted to take the whole thing from F Zero, so they used the Mode 7 to do the graphics and set up the way that Mario Kart could still be played well. And of course, the first game on the docket, of course, is Mario Kart. Well, I should say Super Mario Kart for the Super NES. I don't think you played that, but it was developed by Nintendo EAD. Again, Shigeru Miyamoto was the producer, and this game was developed, came out in 1992, a go-kart game. It was the first in the series. It launched in Japan in 1992, and it came to North America in September 1st, 1992, selling about 9 million copies worldwide, and became one of the best-selling NES games of all time, which is nothing to shake a hat at. So it was one of those games. With that, this game introduced so many stuff. The first initial characters were, of course, Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Yoshi, Bowser,
Yeah.
Koopa Trooper, Toad, and of course, the first and last time we've seen Donkey Kong Jr. As Donkey Kong wasn't in this one.
Donkey Kong Jr. was?
Donkey Kong Jr. was in Super Mario Kart. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, we learning stuff today.
Yeah.
So, so that was the first. That was the first one to That was the first to do that.
No.
Go ahead.
Wait,
No, go
Donkey
ahead.
Kong Jr. It's Donkey Kong Jr., right?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
What happened?
I was gonna say Diddy Kong.
No, no, it wasn't. Nah, no.
Yeah.
Diddy Kong is Donkey Kong's cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's Donkey Kong Jr. Basically from Donkey Kong versus Mario. You know, the flip side when they were doing the Donkey Kong back in the day, and also Donkey Kong Math. I think it was Donkey Kong Jr. Math. So but it was the first time and the last time he became Eraser. Sorry about that. Yeah, Eraser. So that was that. Also, next thing that we had, of course, we had the difficulties. We had, of course, the Grand Prix. We had 50 cc's, 100 cc's, and by winning all the cups, with all the cups, you of course unlock 150 cc's, and that's all you had at the time. You had also, that was the setup for the coins. The more coins you get, the faster you go. And specifically enough, if you look at old Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart's gameplay, everybody's talking about the Luigi dead stare. When you pass people in the Mario Kart, in Super Mario Kart, they kind of did that dead stare before, but because it was 2D and you just see the head nod, it was already there already.
Really?
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know that, so it's one of those things that had that. So yeah. Of course, also you had battle mode, which was, had 3 balloons. You play your card, you fire your shells, and that was the launch of battle mode, which was pretty cool as well. And then we had, of course, you have all the the items with the bananas, the green shells, the green shell, red shell. You had the mushroom. You have the stars. And of course, yeah, the next item that came out that never came back out again, which was the rock feather, which made you jump.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Which made you jump. So you had an item, and you could like in the ghost boardwalk, you could have jumped a certain spot with a Rockefeller, or the same thing with the Rainbow Road, which of course the Rainbow Road back then it had because of the limitation of the Super Nintendo, even though it was doing Mode 7 and everything it can, it didn't have no railings, which a lot of people had difficulties back then because it's a 2D game with the what you call it on a D-pad. So it started up like that. So since you didn't play that, I mean, you never touched that game, right?
No.
Okay, no, it's cool. You didn't touch the game. It's all right. One of the games, I played that game, and of course that's back when you know. Sadly enough, you weren't around, but it was me, Tristan, Kamali, everybody. When that game came out, we used to go away Tristan on Tristan's side and play some Mario Kart because I had a Genesis. I didn't have a Super Nintendo at the time, and we were playing that game. And it was one of those games that it was one of those games like Street Fighter that you had to give up the controller. It was it was Street Fighter. What a game we had! I think that's basically it at the time. Yeah, it was Street Fighter. That once you lose, you give the controller, and in Mario Kart, you lose, you give the controller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. It was pretty cool. I liked it, and at the time, it did what it's supposed to do. It did what it's supposed to do. So it was a good game. It got well received. It started off the trend of something unique and sold that much that Nintendo said, "Hey, we have a franchise." And of course, the one thing that I like about Nintendo, which is I wish a lot of people could do, even though they have milked Mario in certain cases, they do this one per generation thing. Is pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So we going now to let's go to the next game of the franchise, Mario Kart 64.
Mm,
Man, it was yeah, I know, right? That was also a cool game. That was a cool game. You had a lot of let's see this. Mario Kart 64 came out, of course, in 1996. Nintendo was being again it was the same people as Kondo and of course Shigeru Miyamoto did the same. Those same people who did that stuff. Um, came out like I said, came out in 1996. It introduced 3D graphics to Mario Kart. Also gave since Nintendo had how should I say Nintendo had was it 64 was the first console that had 4 ports. I'm happy that it was the first game that had one of those games that supported the first, you know what I mean?
yeah.
All 4 controllers. And of course, they used the analog, which kind of helps in the first time that they did a drift. Now, the drift wasn't good. The hop drift was not good back in that day either. I couldn't get a control of that thing. That thing is kind of hard to do that. Cause it wasn't that it was like you drift and you're not doing the back and forth to like balance out the speed and the counter turns. But hey, it is what it is. It had, like I say, of course, you had Grand Prix. You had trial. Time trial was added on, so you could do all your racing around the track. Versus mode, of course, which was basically the same thing back in Super Mario's Kart, but now you could do 2 to 4 people. You could do 3 people, of course, if you wanted to. And then you had, of course, battle mode, which was one of the definitive battle modes, I have to say, was 64. Because I think they got it just right with that in that battle mode right there. Because if your bottles got popped, you became a bomb cart, but people could see the bomb cart, and of course everybody remembers the 4 block corners. Um, you have block fort. Everybody liked that double decker. Those 2 was the top ones that everybody liked. Sorry, that everybody liked in the battle mode.
Yes.
So Of course, we had an introduction of we had of course DK now got replaced by with DK Junior. Then we have of course Wario. He got introduced to it, and with that he came one of the best tracks in there. Of course, Wario Stadium.
Yeah.
This also was a track that you could create crazy shortcuts from Rainbow Road, Wario Stadium. If you did a certain jump, that you could instantly lap some people, but you got to be precise in that jump, a glitch or whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
I
But
think I remember
you jumped off, yeah, because if you
that
jumped
in
off from
DS. I think that glitch came in DS too.
yeah, because when you jumped off on the Mario in Rainbow Road, you land back on the track. But in Wario Stadium, you're right. If you get to the beginning part of it and you had a mushroom, if you could jump over the hop, you could basically start all over. You basically lapped it and then go around again. Yeah. So one more thing, maybe I don't know if you had enough, if we got enough playthrough with this, KD. So we're gonna also hopefully do what's your best track on each game as well too. Since you didn't play the other one, I would Super Mario Kart was the beginning, so I'm not gonna say that. But from here on, I also ask you what was your best track that you love. Just you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so just keep on going. Like I said, as like I said, Donkey Kong Wario became in there. So the Rockefeller was gone. The Lightning was introduced. The how should I say this? The banana trail was introduced for items because remember you could have trail once you had one banana, you had a trail of bananas.
Yeah.
So you had that. You also was introduced, which I wish they kind of did bring back, was the fake item box.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, yeah, but eh.
Well, it was skill, but that was a skill thing. You put it right beside the other item box, man. You miss a lot of people up.
Beside or right in the.
Beside or right inside the cluster, people would be like, "Oh, what's that? Oh, son of a gun!
I mean,
Somebody did that." Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. But,
Yep. And of course, it also, I mean, for the items it did all that stuff, and of course, introduced the not the it's called a mega mushroom now, but the mushroom, not the mega mushroom, the turbo mushroom, which is you keep on blasting it all the time. You know what I mean?
yeah.
The one I keep on blasting. That also next item that was introduced in Super Mario 64. The next thing that was also introduced in Mario Kart 64, hazards, movable hazards. Of course, we talk about like you go like Moo Farms
The
with
moles.
oh, I know, the moles, cheap with Koopa Troopa Beach, Calamari Desert with the train, which
Yeah.
also changed. If the more people it played, the more like it's 4 players, it was a shorter train. It came around faster. If it was 2 people, it was a longer train. Then of course you have Turnpike with that infamous. You gotta watch out with the buses and everything.
What about? Oh, I forgot what it was.
But
Yoshi. No, that was in Yoshi Valley.
Yoshi, I was gonna get to that.
Like a
Yoshi
giant
Valley
egg.
was one of the giant egg in Yoshi Valley, and also Yoshi Valley was one of those tracks that gave you didn't know what you were until you crashed the track, which was an innovation for that back in that day. You know what I mean? That we getting to play right now, but it was cool that you had to race and you didn't know what place you is.
Yeah.
Because you had multiple ways to get around the track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool to have that. And of course, we had don't forget the freeze from all the ice tracks. Oh man, didn't like that. And oh yeah, I can't forget the bats from Banshee Boardwalk. Like if you turn, the bats could knock you, it could like turn you around and spin you out.
Yeah.
I forgot about the bats. You can't forget those bastard bats. And the next thing that this game also set up was, of course, Mirror mode. Introduction of mirror mode. Oh boy, at 150 cc's. That was a pain in the butt. But you know what? It changed the game a lot though back in those days and still to this day now, but it changed the game a lot. That you got so used to the turns and then you flip it around like, whoa, wait, oh man, I forgot to turn this, forgot to turn that way. Pretty awesome.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
So it was so we had that set up for, and I also have to introduce as well to was also you had as hazards is when you go off the track. How should I say? It's like Donkey Kong. When you go on Donkey Kong Jungle's not Donkey, let me call it the real name, DK Jungle Parkway. That the rocks, that if you go off the tracks, the rocks will hit you to try to hit you back on the stage. So they did a lot. They did it a lot with these games, with this game at that time. And also, I forgot that also introduced the whole light and lightweights for the different divisions and characters. Lightweights for, and then of course you have the heavyweights, the medium weights, well the balance. Heavyweights were for the high acceleration, but with low acceleration, but top speed, and the lightweight was the, you know, lower top speed but quick acceleration. That's the next thing I forgot that they did in our Mario Kart. And of course, again, the analog and the rumble pack and everything with that 64 controller, man, it was awesome. You kind of played that game with me, Katie. Even though with the 200 cc's we're talking about, but when we play that game, it's funny how we go back to certain games. That game felt fast when we were playing it too.
Yeah.
It didn't. It was like, wow, I'm like, I gotta remember how to drive because for some reason I don't know if the Nintendo. I mean, of course we know Nintendo dumbed down Mario Kart a little bit over the years to make it more accessible. But man, that was when we were playing that, we was going crazy on that track. Oh man, that was one of those tracks. Like I said, so for me, again, it was one of those things that my friends. The 64 is one of my favorite consoles of all time because of the whole four. What do you call it? Because of the whole four plug for the console. That everybody had a fun. We still had to give the controllers, but it was fun. Everybody played it. Battle mode was crazy. We loved it. I think that's the only thing we didn't play, battle mode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta try. We gotta try out battle mode so you can see how it is, because that was a cool thing. But of course, one of the best-selling games in '64, of course, why not? Came out in Japan in December 14, 1996. Came out in America in 1997. Right now, for anybody out there, it is. You could download it on the Wii Virtual Console if you ain't ever had a chance to do it. Just to test, just to see test out one of the old games out there. I mean, it sold almost 10 million. It sold 10 million worldwide, and that's not including the digital. So it's maybe about up to 15 at the most, but after the digital sales and everything. So. Mario Kart 64, not a bad game. I enjoyed it when it came out. So now we're gonna go to, how should I say this? The game that we're going to the one that basically started it for. Basically, this was your start, right?
Yeah.
Super Circuit.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going into, of course, this is the first Mario Kart on a DS. I mean, not DS. I mean, Game Boy Advance, first handheld. Started with them. So that's what it was. It was developed by Intelligent Systems. This one, it's the Tokyo EAD. Still, it was still, and it was also the directors were different. The producer was still Shigeru Miyamoto, make sure everything was all right. Takashi Ando and Miyamoto was the directors on that game. Game came out in 2001. Like I said, they basically went back and tried to have, how should I say, the Super Nintendo, since the Game Boy could emulate, the Game Boy Advance could emulate the 64, not 64, the Super Nintendo NES style of gameplay. So they went back to that and introduced us to the first Mario Kart, like I said, on the handheld. The problem with this though was that you still had your your 50 cc's, your 100 cc, 100, all those the different cups, but and it was kind of hard going from an analog stick back to a D-pad because they didn't put the drifting in that one either because of how it's the mode 7 was set up on on the handheld.
Yes.
So, but we still had battle mode where you could connect, of course, with the Game Boy connectors. You could send the balloons. You do all that setup. You had one thing Mario Kart Super Circuit did, which helped, which is, of course, added retro tracks. It was the introduction of retro tracks with the whole lightning, lightning special cups, all that stuff behind it. So you were playing Super Nintendo's games in the back as a second, as a second cup. So it added the whole double cup thing. That was, to be cool that it was put out on a GBA, which back in those days, again, is something that's amazing. So, and of course, with that, of course, we have in characters, we had Shy Guy, Piranha Plant, Boo. Those were other characters that was like added into to Mario Kart.
Super Circuit?
Mm-hmm.
There were?
Yeah, Shy Guy. If you didn't have a cartridge, you plug in, and Shy Guy was your default.
That sounds like DS.
Nope, it's Super Circuit.
Hmm. Well, I wouldn't know because I didn't have the linking capabilities.
I got you. Because back then, if you just had one cartridge, you could share it to everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have that, but like I said, the retro tracks circuits were added to it to that game. Now, like I said, because you couldn't turn so well in that game, that's why it was to me was one of the least of my games that I played. I liked it still at the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, you got introduced to it. So how did you feel about it?
It was a fun racing game. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, well, that's all you got to say about it. We'll keep up.
Yes. Yeah.
Got you. It sold over 6 million at the time. 6 million. Of course, it could be up close again to about 10 million because it's re-released again as a digital on a virtual console, of course. So, but since that was our least favorite, we're gonna keep on going.
Speed on by.
Speed on by. Speed on by. Oops, I forgot I forgot to put one more thing. Mario Kart 64 introduced something that everybody hates to this day too. What do you think it is?
Is it an item?
Oh, you know it's the item.
Is it blue?
It's the blue shell. I forgot about that.
But was
An
it
infamous blue shell.
does it have wings or not?
I can't. Did it had a wings when we played it? I don't think it had wings. I think it just no. I think it just shot across the down. It was down. Yes.
Yeah, stupid.
Like yeah, stupid. So yep, I gotta remember. I have to give up for that. So like you said, let's speed on by
Yep.
and let's head to our next game. The next game came out for GameCube.
Double
Mario Kart.
dash.
You got it. Mario Kart Double Dash. Now this one had a lot more directors because of the graphics and how they set everything up. It's again, it was this one went back to Nintendo EAD. It was Nintendo AED. It came out into oops, my mistake. It came out in 2003. Of course, it was a successor and everything like that. It had LAN. You could try to do the whole broadband to get 16 players on there. Never try that, so I'm gonna leave that alone out of it. But Mario, let's put it this way: Double Dash had so many new things added to it that it was crazy. First of all, let's get with the characters. It added a ton of characters.
For a game called Double Dash,
Uh huh.
you would, you know, expect.
Well, yes. So you, of course, you have Diddy. Yeah, of course, you have Diddy Kong was added to it. Bowser Jr. was added to it. Birdo was added to it. Daisy was added to it. Waluigi, Paratrooper, Toadette, the babies Mario and Baby Luigi, Petey Piranha, King Boo. And of course, also Double Dash was one of those games that introduced not customization, but the difference of having different carts.
Yeah.
And the thing was, you had two players on there. One player's driving, the other one's hanging off the back of the cart. So you could switch out and throw weapons, whatever. And you had a little customization because you could have mixed like Mario with Bowser and Peach with Bowser, whatever.
And Daisy and the Boos and
Yep. So that was one thing. They kind of got the drifting down a little good too with the analog for the GameCube controller. It got down that you saw you saw it, you slide. It was pretty cool. Um, Kind of like that the way that field. And the next thing that was cool is item wise, everything was the same except for one thing. They added something called the special box,
yeah.
which was
It's like
pretty
for
cool.
whoever's the driver or
No, for anybody. But whoever's hanging behind it. But remember when you had a dual box, you could get a special as for both the driver and the thing. You had double boxes.
yep.
So with that said, we have let's list them. I'll list them off for you. We had Mario and Luigi, of course, had the fireballs. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong had the giant bananas.
Bowser and Bowser Jr. had the shell, giant Koopa
Hmm.
shell,
Yep. Yoshi and Berta had what?
eggs.
Yep. Peach and Daisy had the hearts. Wario and Waluigi had the bombs. Cooper and Paratrooper had, of course, the triple shells. Toad and Toadette, of course, had the golden mushroom.
Yeah, whatever.
You say, yeah, whatever. I hear you. Also, we had what do you call it? And last but not least, kind of forgot what. No, what I know the babies had the babies had Chain Chomp.
Yeah.
I forgot what Petey and Boo had. Was it to disappear?
I have no idea.
I cannot remember what they had. Huh? I gotta remember to play that game because I can't remember what they had. I really don't. But also, I had some other characters that was added on to there, of course, which was the Shy Guys, the Goombas. Um, those guys were added back on there as a franchise to the game, of course. Toadette, of course, was added in there as we found out Toadette her very first time in the Mario universe.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool game, and also they got the feel of that game, the speed of that game, man. They got it down pat. That you felt the speed when you got up to 150 cc's. It was pretty cool. And then we had this also had the first involved. This is the first game that had the whole shine sprite because of course for Mario Sunshine and GameCube that you could chase down the shine sprites to win the game, of course. So it was pretty cool. It sold 8 million worldwide. Some people have a real love for this game. So you think you remember any tracks off of this that you like, Katie?
Uh, no.
No.
I
I kind of
remember
I like
Baby
DK
Park.
Mountain. Baby Park. Well, oh yeah, I forgot. Baby Park is since it's the thing. Baby Park was on here, which was pretty cool. I kind of my favorite one was DK Mountain. When you blast off and you go up all up in the volcano, and you had to come up to the top of the volcano. You had to avoid the rocks and come down. The race was basically coming down of it.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So that was my favorite track on there. Pretty cool game. I liked it. Like I said, the speed, and it's the first, of course, and last time we see the specials.
Yeah. I wish.
Yeah.
Kind of wish they were back.
Yep. It was kind of sad, but hey, it is what it is. I should say. I mean, like I said, it was a good game. I enjoyed it. I mean, hopefully in the future we could get our GameCube back up here so we could, go back and forth on it again. Get the memories.
For that Melee. But this is
Right.
not about Melee.
Yep. Yep. It's not about Melly. You are right. So let's see. Let's go. We're going to our next Mario Kart, which is one of our favorite Mario Karts. Mario Kart DS.
DS.
Mario Kart DS, of course, came out in 2005, November 17, 2000, November 14, 2005 in North America. Went on to sell about 24 million, which is a lot. Jeez. 24 million. Became one of the best-selling games on the DS. Of course, Mario Kart. Man, there's a lot of things about this game we could talk about. So this time, but for this time, of course, Nintendo EA did this one again. We have new directors once again, Mako Wada and Yashoi Yojone. I can't pronounce the last name, but Hideki Kando. Hideki Kando took over where Shigeru Miyamoto would be being the producer. So I think at that time Shigeru Miyamoto said, "Hey, I'm working on something else. Let me pass it on." Sorry, let me pass on the reins. I think at the time a lot of things that happened because at that time Shigeru Miyamoto became one of the executives of Nintendo. Who's he? I forgot. The guy for Nintendo. He passed. Who's I forgot the name. I can't believe I forgot the name. Who passed away? The leader of Nintendo who passed away, but he made Takeda, of course, an executive, and at that time, I think he made, like I said, he made Shigeru executive as well too. So of course, that's why Shigeru passed on Zelda to Inuma. But of course, after this time, he passed on Zelda to Inuma. He passed on. He still worked on Mario, but you can see that right now with Mario Kart DS, he passed it on to Hideki Kano, who was, of course, at the beginning was one of the people who, franchised the game, but still, uh, but it's still there that okay, that made it still. What do you call it? You call the game. But let's forget about it. Let's go into this game. So first time we had a Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, you could play online, which I did, and it was kind of fun. And nothing's perfect, but it was kind of fun. Um, the first time the carts was customizable, and you could draw your own emblem and everything. I remember we did that when we got it, right?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, when you're racing, you have those kind of, those the emblem on there show everybody or show the whole world. It was a cool little touch to it. Of course, that's also one of the iconic car that everybody liked, the B Dasher.
Yeah,
That was a cool car, and of course, it's in Mario Kart 8. You still have the same modes. You still have the same modes. You also, it was one of those games that introduced item wise. Did it introduce? Did it introduce the bullet? I think it introduced the bullet bill,
I think so. Yeah,
and
it had
also,
to.
yeah, the bullet bill and the blooper.
Yeah,
Introduce that and a blooper.
yeah,
Now, this is one thing I have to say about Mario Kart DS. It had that also the bottom screen of the DS. I liked how they did the whole bird's eye view. You could see when the shell's coming at you at the bottom, not like the behind the view like before.
yeah. You can see the screen and stuff.
You see everybody's screen, you see everybody's placement. You see when they launch the shell.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And the one, that was pretty cool. And even though this was a double-edged sword because they went back to it's funny because we went from D-pad to analog, D-pad to analog, back to the D-pad. But the thing about it, they got the drifting right in this game.
yeah. That's where I got my drifting down pat.
They got the drifting in this game, but the double-edged sword of that and the problem of that was it created something called snaking, where people used to, because all they had to do was hold the drift button. As soon as you press the counter, it lights up. So what people used to do was like boom, boom, lights up, boom, boom, and just speed through by snaking to the track when it was like a straightaway or something. So when you were just driving fast, going straight, they used to do that, and they used to pass a lot of people. That did sucked.
Yeah,
Also, this was also introducing the whole stars for the cups that like we have right now,
yeah,
and we had ghost racing where you could do ghost racing for time tracks, which was again the next thing that was pretty cool. It was, I mean, 64 had started off that too. I forgot about that, the ghost racing to see how to improve your speed and everything. And next thing they had it was a gimmick, but it is what it is. Was the battle mode? They had the shiny sparks, the battle mode, everything again. It was pretty good, but the battle mode had something that you had to blow your balloons up. I think you had like 5 balloons, and if you knock one off, you had to like blow your balloons up, like blowing the mic,
yeah.
so you could build it up. So you had that set up.
I remember that.
Yep, and. But I'll let you take this part, Katie. The one part that you and me and you like, the one thing that made us, other than all the stuff we just listed out, that made us love this game, which was what?
The missions.
Yep.
The little
This was
trial
a,
mission things that they introduced.
this was basically the first Mario Kart and the only Mario Kart that had a single player, really a real single player mode. Because you had like you said, you could have done you could have reversed to the go to the gates at any time, reverse to the gates backwards. You had boss fights, kind of like Diddy Kong Racing. You had boss fights. You could have like you had to fight the Bomb King from like Mario 64 and the Bomb Bully. I'm sorry, the Big Bomb Bully, where you have to knock him off the stage and everything.
Yeah,
That was pretty cool. I like that. It had and it just gave gamers something to do other than just racing. So I wish they bring that back. But that was
I
the that,
I
huh?
did too. Like, it would have been cool to see like maybe a revamp of the boss's part. See
Yeah.
how
Or
ridiculous that
or
would be.
take something from again Diddy Kong Racing to have the boss fights like when you fight Whiz Pig and everything. That would be cool. That would be a cool thing to add on to Mario Kart, which we'll get down to the end of this. When we get to the end of this, we'll talk about that kind of setup as well. But that was a cool setup. I had liked that in the game. And like I said, the drifting, they got the drifting straight. Do you think you have any tracks on this one that you remember that you liked?
I know I liked the Rainbow Road for that.
The Rainbow World was pretty cool. You're
I
right.
I loved it, and the drifting, that was nice.
The
Yes,
drifting.
yeah. That's when I started to like, oh, drifting and Airship Fortress.
Oh yeah, Airship Fortress. That was a good one. I like that one. You're right.
Also another part, and let's see, Waluigi Pinball.
Oh yeah, good one, girl. Yeah,
Let's
I
see,
forgot about that.
there's a lot of good ones on there.
Yeah, that was a good track. Wow. Yeah. Yes, that was one track.
Hmm.
That was a good track because you had to go around and then of course you got to make sure you don't get hit by that damn pinball for the
Yeah.
whole track. Really, that was pretty good. I forgot about the Waluigi came from that. That was a good setup right there. I don't think any other
Oh
than the
yeah,
Shaggy
TikTok clock.
TikTok clock came from there. Yep. Gotta remember that. I don't think I remember any. I don't think any characters got added onto that one that was not. You know what I mean? That stand out.
Rob.
Oh, that's why I have you, sis. Rob was added to that. Yeah, that was the first time Rob came in there. Yeah.
He's a creep. They had a Rob, and there's. I'm pretty sure there's someone else.
That stand out.
I'm pretty sure they added someone new.
Hmm.
Uh,
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. This, I mean, all this stuff we talking about here, people, is all from memory. We don't have no page open and stuff. We're just talking this like nostalgic about these games that I like. That's why I remember all this stuff because of just remembering the fun that we had with these games. I can't. So yeah, I can't. I know Rob, you're right, but I
was it
can't.
Dry Bones?
Yes, Dry Bones. Again, Dry Bones. There you go.
That
So
he
yeah,
never came back
I think he came back in the next one.
in Wii.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
you're right. It was Dry Bones and Rob. You are absolutely right.
Yeah, I remember it now.
Dry Bones and Rob. You are absolutely right. I remember
And
now.
Daisy came back,
Yeah, but I mean, like it's like
like new
news.
peoples. But yeah,
Yeah,
Rob and Dry
yeah.
Bones.
Like I said, the DS did a lot of things that was pretty cool. And other than Mario Kart 8, this is why I love DS. This was pretty very good. Like I said, got the drifting right. You had the snake in, but hey, it is what it is. It happened. It happened. So of course, with that said, we're going on to the next one, which is who? This one is a mega buster with a lot of stuff that happened to it. Mario Kart Wii. So of course, Mario Kart Wii came out in 2008. Still the same Nintendo EAD. The directors, I can't again the last name I can't pronounce. So it's Yazuki Yakuya. Hideki Kano still is the producer. Um, this thing introduced a lot of things in there. A lot of things. Whew. So where do we start? It introduced. It was the first mark again, the first console really to get the online. It might not be perfect again, people, but it was there to get an online setup for Mario Kart. For Mario Kart, the Mario Kart Wii. Also, Mario Kart Wii was also notorious for the whole unbalancing issue because they had some weapons, man. That just and you've seen that you get in certain places and it was just it was pain in the butt. But with that, we had the intro day because people argue so much about the drifting, snaking in DS. They locked down the drifting in Wii, where you had to hold it for a certain time. Now it wasn't just back and forth. Now you had to hold it to create the sparks.
Huh.
So that you couldn't do the snaking. You couldn't do the snaking efficiently as before.
Because
So
it was
that happened.
harder.
Yeah, because you had to hold it for a couple of seconds. You see, like I said in DS, all you had to do was hit the opposite to do the counter, and it activated automatically. So you could have done the snaking then, but you couldn't do it now in Mario Kart Wii. So Mario Kart Wii is that was set up.
Wait, what?
What?
Set
No, no, no,
up.
no. No, I'm talking about I'm talking about Mario Kart Wii. When I'm talking about how it was set up that way, the drift. I'm talking about the drifting mechanics. Like you couldn't do the snaking. Of course,
Yeah.
Mario Kart Wii also introduced that you could use your Mii's. You
Set
also
up. And it said that were, different cart classes.
different car classes because like I said DS gave you started the whole customization of carts. This one did a whole customization of carts as well too, but not. It was still close to the DS style.
And it also had bikes and stuff. Bikes.
Bikes, bikes was introduced. Give me 1 second, Katie. Like I said, we have a couple. Anybody out there who's listening right now and want to do questions? Yeah, the question app is open. So the question app is open, so people you can leave questions in there because we have a question already. And we ain't talk about the 200 cc's yet. We basically going through the chronicle order of Mario Kart all the way to the end. So right now we at Mario Kart Wii. We start at Super Nintendo all the way up to now. So if you have any questions after that, that's at the end of this end cast. Of course, we'll answer it. So just type your questions and we get to it when we had a chance. So back to Mario Kart Wii. So yeah, it had the whole, like you said, it had the motorbikes where you could do wheelies for speed and everything. It was set up a different way. You see, the thing that killed me, like to me, they had the bike set up. This is my opinion. They had the bike set up perfectly in this, other than eight. It felt kind of like the karts. The difference with what it balanced it out was you didn't have a second boost, and then with that you had a wheelie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you had the remote control, if you had the nunchuck and remote, like they introduced a lot of well, you know what? We'll get into that. They introduced the me characters. They introduced Dry Bowser. They introduced Funky Kong.
Dry Bowser was
Rosalie,
in there?
Dry Bowser was in there.
Really?
This was the first time you had to unlock characters. This is the first game you had to unlock characters. Yeah, Dry Bowser was in there. You had to get certain wins and whatever, and you get the characters unlocked.
Interesting.
They also introduced Rosalina, Baby Daisy, Baby Peach was also
Yeah.
included in that. Also, it was the first time we had 12 people, 12 players racing. So 12. So now eighth place was the last place. Now it's 12th place. You had that set up. it's also like I said. They also you had all kind of iconic. You had more. How should I say? Not more tracks. Not game modes. But I'm trying to talk about the items. Ooh, that's what I'm trying to say. The items. Because we also had the Mega Mushroom, where you go big and you could drive over anybody else. That was one, and you also had what others? There was another. We know the bloopers were already there. We know Billy Bull was already there. The Mega Mushroom was in there because of New Super Mario Bros. Of course, added in there. I feel like I'm missing another item that was in there.
Hmm.
It's so weird when you play that you play that game. Oh, you had the ghost. Then you could have
Oh,
zoomed.
yeah.
You could yeah you could have steal from somebody. You didn't have to go. You could just go without getting hit. The ghost. Yeah, you had the ghost.
Wasn't that in
But that,
DS2?
I think it was. I can't. Like I said, if it is, it was between those two games. I could tell you that. And we we had a ghost. We had that something. What else we had item wise? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember the item wise, but I don't know. Well, I'm forgetting the item thing, but like I said, let's just let's keep on going. Then if we miss it, we miss it. But like I said, oh, the power block. I knew it was something.
The Power Block.
Yeah, remember the power block when the power
Oh, POW.
power block when you hit it and everybody got hit. That's what, I know it was something I forgot. I was like, yeah, the power block because one of the things the reason I remember because when you play with the bike, if you pop a wheelie, if you shake the Wii remote when you pop a wheelie in, you didn't get disrupted by the power block that much. You got hit, but not like spin out. You just got slowed down. So that's where I remember that from. I was like, I know I remember something. I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's what it was. So yes, so you had the power block. So like I said, they did many cool things in that. Like I say in that game. Forgot like you said with the ghosts, and also you had the thing where you had to compete against ghost characters also around the world. Just like so you could see who got the best ghosts. You know what I mean? Because we had save it to the memory, so you could do that same thing too to play online, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, you gotta remember, even though we're gonna go to seven soon, but it's one of those things that's like, man, the music of those games also is pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's some pretty cool music, and of course, we go to Mario Kart 8 is gonna be pretty cool as well. But it was some pretty cool music in those games, But we'll go from that spot. We also in Mario Kart. The one thing about Mario Kart 8 that a lot of people need to remember. This was the seventh generation. PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and a Wii. Mario Kart 8 in that generation was the biggest selling SKU in the seventh generation. No game, no the game behind that was, of course, was Wii Sports Resort, and then after that came Grand Theft Auto 4 and everything else. But you see, all those games, as we call the numbers, but you see, all those games was on multiple consoles. Mario Kart Wii was on one console. Wii Sports Resorts on one console, and it made Mario Kart made Nintendo over $2.5 billion. That's a lot of money. And sold. It's still selling to this day. Have sold basically over 36 million copies. That's crazy numbers.
Yep.
You know what I mean? 64 million copies. Most of Nintendo, when it comes to people in 100,000, if you look at franchises that's in 100,000, 100 million, I'm sorry, 100,000, 100 million club, of course, the Nintendo dominates that segment. There are a couple up there, of course. Grand Theft Auto is up there, of course. Call of Duty is up there because, of course, all the Call of Duty games. But those are franchises. Those are multiple games sold or whatever. But for Nintendo to do that with one SKU games is also a thing people need to like look at and say, "Wow, this is crazy." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's one of the best-selling games in the USA because again, nobody has reached up to those numbers, man. So my hats, you got to tip your hats off and your hats off and everything to Mario Kart, Wii. It did what it is. Like I say, to this day, it is still selling, and it's one of those games. Like I said, that made Nintendo a ton of money. Man, that was see one thing a lot of people need to remember about software. Nintendo is the only company that, and I've seen this in comments and section and stuff. Not to go off on I go off on a little tangent. I've seen a lot of people say this in comment section on Google Plus and YouTube and everything else. Basically, what's going on right now is Mario Kart. Nintendo is a first party. Their first party is awesome. They have a bunch of first party studios, and you see they're the only game company other than Sony and Microsoft that makes games and could get 80 to 100% on their money back at this point right now. They're the only companies that can do that. See, Sony does not have any first. Sony and Microsoft, like I'll give you an example. Like right now, Phil Spencer talked about they'll talk about the first party IPs, and that's all they have. They do not have. They have first party studio, which is rare, but all Rare has done is Spark, which is the only thing that's coming out. Project Spark. They did Perfect Dark Zero. Was not a good game. Banjo Nuts and Bolt was not a good game. Halo is owned by Microsoft, but they don't own fully outright 343 like how Nintendo owns like Monolith with 96% of the shares and everything else like that. Or just to give examples, and Sony's the same way too. Sony is a first party publisher, but it basically all their games are second party. Just like how Bloodborne came out, they had to contract Sunsoft to make that game. They lost in not Banjo Kazooie. Crash Bandicoot was a cool thing, but they let that go. Naughty Dog is, like I said, Naughty Dog makes games for other consoles, so they're not a first party developer as well too. So what Sony Computer Entertainment does is they get the money, they publish the game contract wise, kind of like how Nintendo did with Bayonetta and Hyrule Warriors, be second party. So those games are second party. They have to give money to those companies so they don't get 100% profit. But if you bought Mario Kart 8, like we're going to talk about in after one more game, Mario Kart 8, if you bought it digitally like me and Katie did, $60 plus the DLC plus everything, 100% profit, which is Nintendo's the only company that does that, goes straight to Nintendo. Because they don't have to pay licensing fees. It's their console. They don't gotta pay a store shipping fee. They don't gotta pay making a disc. They don't gotta pay a lot of stuff. 100% profit goes to Nintendo, and they're the only gaming company that could do that. Nobody else do, because even like I said, Microsoft still have to pay the disc for anything else for Halo. They have the choice to do. Like again, without the licensing fee and everything else, but because they don't own 343 outright, they have to pay 3.3 as like a contractor. Okay, so I just give you context because, like I said, Mario Kart from this point on, Mario Kart became a cash cow, a super cash cow for Nintendo. So with that said, sorry about that. Let's go into our next game of choice, which is Mario Kart DS, or in other words, Mario Kart 7. Now, as we said,
3DS.
It was.
You said DS.
3DS. You're right. Mario Kart 7. You are right. I made a mistake. Mario Kart 7 3DS. That's what it was. So basically, went from Nintendo made a game. Then it was Nintendo EAD, Nintendo EAD, then Intelligent Systems, then back to Nintendo EAD. So right now, again, we have a new director with this one, Yusuke Yabuki. And still, we have Hideki Kano still, and the other guy before I couldn't pronounce his name with name. He's also became Attain the Rain. This game came out in 2011. It also was published, co-published, not co-published, sorry, co-developed with Retro Studios. So that's why I said with all the it went intelligent systems and back to Tokyo EAD. I mean Nintendo EAD, EAD. Now Retro Studios put their hand and made this game into Mario Kart 7. So Mario Kart 7, of course, sold 5 million to a point. And then, of course, when he got picked, when he got up to this day, when he came out, it sold 5 million. When he came out, and after that, it's one of those games that went to 10 million. Because you have digital, and then with digital sales, I say about 12 million. That will be the connection. Because I think you have it digitally on your 3DS.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have the cartridge itself. Yeah. So that's how that's became the second best-selling game on the 3DS for now. It'll change because Pokemon and all these other games that's coming out now is starting to break down that setup. But let's go with let's go with what the whole thing is. So, oh yeah, I forgot the Mario Kart Wii. I forgot all about it. They introduced the Wii wheel and the motion controls.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. The motion control was added in Mario Kart Wii. It was kind of crazy for me and frustrating to see because when you race that way, you saw the golden wheel. People, it's crazy how people got cool to drive that way. I wish I had that skill. I need the analog. I can't drive motion control, the drift and everything in Mario Kart. And to see people beat me like that when I'm playing online, I was like, dang, I'm getting beat by somebody who's using the dang plastic wheel.
Plastic wheels.
Yep. But anyway, let's get into this one. So we have actually Mario Kart 7. Introduced, of course, we had to take the gimmick of doing the stereoscopic 3D, which was back in the 3D. Now with the new 3DS, it looks pretty good. Because now it's tracking your eyes and everything. It's pretty cool. It was the first. Also, you could go first person view. I didn't try that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that first person view was a killer. Oh well, it is what it is with that one. We also had what could we say? Let's see. You had customizable. This one now you had mostly the customizable frames and carts and everything.
With
This
the
was
wheels and stuff.
this was the first introduction of that. Yes, where you could have your cart, your wheels, and your glider. Because the two gimmicks they added to this game was you could hang glide or you could be submerged underwater. That was the gimmicks they added to Mario Kart 7. And also introduce what I would have to say, was it 60? No, I think this was the first where you added the first yeah, it is. The first like long segment racing. So I don't remember anything in Wii like that.
Segment racing.
Yeah, like you just had one long race. It was no 2 laps, 3 laps,
Oh
nothing.
yeah, the continuous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this introduced that whole setup too, because I remember Woohoo Island was one of them. And they had a next one. I forgot what the other one was.
It also removed a feature.
Huh?
It also removed a thing,
Remove what?
which was the like verses. That
Oh
way you
yeah,
can
yeah.
like drive on the track separately, like without the Grand Prix,
Yeah. I remember now. You're right. You're right.
which was disappointing.
I know, right? It was kind of weird how they did that. So they had that. I mean, the submersibles. They had the first person customization, of course, with the whole wheel and everything else to that. And then, of course, they added. They had, of course, they introduced Metal Mario. Lakitu was added as a driver, than being the regular, camera guy, whatever. Then we had the Wiggler, the Queen, Honey Queen from Mario Galaxy. Those guys were added on to the, to the roster.
Hmm.
It's like, I don't know.
Who knew was added to the roster?
No, I don't. I think those were all that was added. Can you remember? You could have used, because now you have the 3DS. You could add your Mii's as well.
Yeah.
Yep. And Mario Kart, of course, had the whole. Mario Kart added in this one, just like the setup. It had the whole added a whole mixture of new tracks and retro tracks in a mixture of certain cups. They mixed them up together instead of just being all retro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And I said the gliding they added on to that. The of course the whole customization, like we said before, with the tires, the cart, and the glider as your, like we now that's become basically an installed combination of the game.
Metal Mario.
Yep. Oh, and you know what? We forgot again. I forgot again, Katie. That's my fault. What was your favorite track on Mario Kart Wii?
We.
Yeah, I forgot to ask that.
I really don't know.
Maple Tree Woods was one of my favorite tracks. I just like flying through the trees that blast off and turn. It was pretty cool.
That was nice.
That was a good track. I like that. The Rainbow Road wasn't that bad on there too. I like that too.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Nope. Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it, except it was a pretty good Rainbow Road, so I have no problem with that. So let's go. Like I said, so now we're back into Mario Kart 7. Um,
Oh, the Wiggler.
yeah, that's it. That was it. The Wiggler, Honey Queen Bee, Lucky Two, Metal Mario, and the Mii
Annoying.
characters. I know Metal Mario is annoying.
Metal Mario is creepy.
Is what?
Creepy. Very, very creepy.
I know it is very creepy. Oh, but
I'm
anyhow,
just saying the truth.
I know I did like the whole, like I said, the Woohoo Island. That was one of my favorite tracks because it was the first segment. It was pretty cool how you go up the hill and you come down gliding to the stop line. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Any other tracks you think that was pretty cool in that game? Cooper Trooper, Cooper Trooper Park with you had to, like, it's like you were racing above in the grid, and you glide and get on the pipe, you get in the water and you go down in the pipe.
Yeah, that piranha thing that I was about to say, like,
Yeah, but that's the Piranha Plant was different. The other one was is Cooper. I think it's Cooper Trooper Park.
Super Trooper Park.
Yeah, you start off like on this grid, and you turn left, you turn right, you're up in the, and then you launch off in the air through the trees. Then you get onto this part where you had like where you're on a raging
Oh yeah, I remember now. I remember. I know
yeah,
what you're
okay,
saying.
you remember now. You have the raging water, and then you go down into the pipe, and then you blast back
Yep.
out the pipe, and you had to go around and race again. Yeah, that one I
Mhm.
like. That was a track that I like.
I like the piranha plant.
The Piranha Pipe.
Yeah, but actually, when Mario Kart 8 came out, and that playing that made me like the track,
Oh, okay.
and I went back and I was like, yeah, I like this. I really do like this. It's
Yep.
cool. It's pretty neat.
Yep, it is pretty neat. Shy Guy Bazaar was pretty cool too. I like that. How they turned that into like a whole, with the whole flying carpets and everything. That was pretty. That was in the, I think, in the first cup. That was pretty good. And also that was the time when you could set up races with just using the bananas or the cups or the shells. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was online. That was pretty cool. So that Mario Kart, like I said, Mario Kart 7 did that. Have no problem with it. Like I said, sold close to 12 million, run a good thing. Now we get to our with that said, with everything we've done, now we get to the one that we all talk about, which is Mario Kart 8. Whew, Mario Kart 8. And once again,
Graphics,
I know, right? Once
music.
once again, anybody out there who's watching this, whatever, if you have any questions, whatever, you can start posting them. We, like I said, we answer them at the end of the basically give about 15 minutes or 10 minutes to answer questions. The question app is open. Um, let's talk about Mario Kart 8. We did on our channel, Katie Flow. You go check it out. It's basically Enduro, but you go to our channel on YouTube, Katie Flow. We gave a review of Mario Kart 8. So Mario Kart 8, of course, released last year, May 2014. It's basically selling like crazy now. It's just, I like it. We all like it. It's a very good game. It's basically at sold about close to 6 million. That's with digital and physical sales, and it's still selling to this day, which is good. You have now the first thing, of course, was the anti-grav. That made the change.
Which is cool.
Yeah, that was a
With
cool
the
thing. I thought
Mobius, I like the Mobius strip tracks.
that one was that well. Like I said, this one was, of course, Mario Kart was developed by again. This time Yusuke Yabuki took over. Hideki Kondo still there, and I like it when he was saying that's what he said when he figured. See, that's the thing about Nintendo. I like when they come up with ideas because he said the beginning of the ideas of Mario Kart 8 was the Mobius strip. That's what he thought of first before he thought of any other track, and how he could go upside down and everything. That is cool. I like how these guys, Nintendo give the developers in EAD, Tokyo EAD 1, 2, 3, R&D, give them the chance to say, you want to do something, go ahead and let's see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like how they do that. That is pretty awesome. So we have that. Let's see. The anti-gravity, of course. They still have the gliders in there, of course, from that track. It introduced the ATVs.
Oh yeah, forget something. In did you say the in for Mario Kart 7, the Lucky 7,
Oh yeah, the items, the Lucky Seven, which is now
which
Lucky
is,
Eight.
which is stupid.
You think it's stupid?
That's not stupid.
It is what it is. Trust me, you think stupid, but it's stupid for two reasons when you think about it. If somebody hits the damn bomb in the circle, it's stupid because it messes you up. Or if they hit lightning when you have it, then you're angry. You know what I mean? But when you have it and you use it the right way, you feel it feels good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So what happened is now, so in Mario Kart 8, you introduce the ATVs. Of course, to introduce the whole thing that you could upload to YouTube and highlights, which is pretty cool. Mario Kart
Which is
TV.
awesome.
I like, yeah, because that slow mo and back that slow motion thing and everything to see how people do that is awesome. I like that to see some certain.
So much detail.
Yep, I just like that, and of course we have introducing. Of course, was a bunch of characters this time because of the whole DLC pack thing. But we have, of course, the Baby Roller Zelina, Pink Gold Peach. We have
Eevee.
Tanuki Mario, Cat Peach, Villager, Isabella, Link,
Link of all people.
Dry Bowser. I know Link of all people. I know, right? Then of course we have Dry Bowser.
Yeah.
Cool as hell. So yep, we have all those guys. I'm surprised they didn't bring back Dry Bones.
Yeah. But
that was
man,
kind of that was kind of weird that they didn't bring back Dry Bones. Oh well, but it is.
the blue shell wasn't flying anymore. Which game did it fly? I know it flew in DS. Like it
Yeah, it
straight
flew.
up
Yes.
flew.
Yeah.
But then
But
they cut that out,
they
and now it does what it wants. It hits you in the face.
well, they put it back on the track, which is as long as you don't you stay out of the center of the track, you don't get hit. I still remember. Cause remember when we got on our Facebook page, post and stuff. How we missed it. I got one where it barely hit. It missed me by like inches when I was racing. And of course, we got one where you have one where it was you were in front of me and I was right behind you. Somebody threw what's it a bomb,
I think so.
and the bomb blew up right behind us by like inches.
I try to block out the nonsense
I hate you,
in
but it's
my
pretty
head.
cool. But it's pretty cool that Mario Kart 8 lets you do that. Like you could post to Facebook, whatever you want to post to, and also do the whole, YouTube thing. That's cool.
And the amount of detail in the game and all of the advertisements.
Yep. Well, like I said, we gonna. You know what? I'll let you. That's one of the things
I
we
wonder if
in.
I can
I'll
look
let
them up.
huh?
I wonder if I can look them up.
See if you can.
I
Should be
can.
able to. Try to look them up. I'll keep on talking and see if you can find them so I can bring them up. So we had like I said, we also I can't forget the Koopalings. What the hell I got 8 people. I can't forget about the Koopalings.
Can I?
I know. But yep, the Koopalings are in there. That's the next set of people that I forgot that's in there. The bikes got kind of nerfed, in my opinion, because like I said, the bikes in Wii control like the carts, but now these cut a little sharper. So if you were good with the bikes, I'm happy for you. You're cool with the bikes. I can't play the bikes like before because the bikes. Mario Kart Wii was better for me with the bikes. That's why all I played was with the bikes in Mario Kart Wii, but I can't play with the bikes on this one. Drifting was kind of cool. They know that they needed to hit a mass audience like the Wii version with Mario Kart 8. So what they did was, of course, they took out that you can't. They took out that you can't hold 2 items, and I think for telling the truth, I think it's for the best. It kind of keeps it competitive. It kind of keeps it competitive. You know what? You don't like that?
Oh yeah, I guess. I guess.
It kept it competitive because only skilled people would know how to do that. If anybody new races, they're gonna be like, I don't know. It's gonna be, crazy. But they added, like I said, they added that whole situation right there. Then okay, this is the first one to have DLC. First DLC that we got for free was, of course, the Mercedes Benz pack. That included the different color Yoshis and Shy Guys. Those were the first pack where you got for free. Then, of course, you have the F-Zero. Then you have not F-Zero. I'm sorry. Then you have the other pack, which is basically DLC Pack 1. And, of course, DLC Pack 2, which is the DLC Pack 2, which is the one that just got released last week.
Yep.
So this one has a ton of customizations. Oh man, there's a ton of customizations in this game. The 10 coins came back. Basically, 10 coins came back in Mario Kart 7. So you have to pick up the 10 coins to get maximum speed. You also have, like I said, the first DLC pack that was released in November, which you had Link. Which you had the Link cups and stuff, which had Link, Animal Cross, F-Zero, Excite Bike was in there. That was pretty cool. And a lot of people out there racing with Link and the Master Cycle, which is cool how they had the Master Cycle with the Epona kind of setup.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
And then you found what you're looking for?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
They had a lot of sponsors from the previous games.
Okay. Well, we'll get to
Mario Kart 8 is the most interesting.
Yeah. I'll get to that in a second. Let's then we have the DLC pack 2 that just released, of course, that had bikes, cars once again, and you had, of course, you can drive Bowser's. Yeah, you have the cups, of course, next F-Zero track, big blue and everything. So it was, all those greatness, and the price was not that bad. The price was not that bad.
Nope.
For $12.99, you got basically half a game. That is DLC done right. You know what I mean? This is the
Yeah.
kind of DLC we should be asking other games out there to do. Don't get me wrong. Like even within the Witcher, Shovel Knights, all those other developers are using doing the DLC the right way. But then they have other games out there that people keep on buying and pushing and making it DLC. Just as I don't think you saw this, Kate. You saw what Sakurai said about DLC. How he hates it. How he hates how the publishers are locking content from the gamers now.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. If anybody out there who's new to our channel, you would check out our previous endcast because this is episode 5. Check out our previous endcast. I talk about third party because I know about stuff, these kind of stuff from working with EA and Ubisoft and everything that I've done with my company. It is the publishers. You see, game developers. Let me put it here again. Everybody thinks third party don't like Nintendo. And if you go to the past, if you go to episode 1 or episode 2 of the Ncast, you'll see what I'm talking about. Third party developers have no problem with Nintendo. Third party publishers has a problem with Nintendo because they don't want to spend extra money because they want to do a simple copy and paste job. That's why we get no DLC, game ports, all the stuff on the Nintendo Wii U. And that's kind of hurting Nintendo in certain ways. It really don't because, like I said, the Wii U is the most profitable console out of all the consoles right now. Xbox is losing money. They're only making profits off of their games and licensing of the games and online. PlayStation is making money off of their console and licensing, of course, for the games and online. But again, I've said this many times. Nintendo making profits out of the game, the indie shop, the online, the 80%. Like I broke down just a while ago, they're making more profits. And I have a video. WTF is my series where I talk about financial stuff and ask questions and everything. You go there. I have links to each of these, to Sony, to Microsoft, to Nintendo. Their investor relationship pages where they tell you the profits because Microsoft is losing $100 off of each Xbox One they're selling right now. They're selling, but again, you're losing. If you don't make profits, you're not gonna make more product, and that's what I'm hoping the Xbox guys are hoping for you because the shareholders already want to get rid of Xbox division. They already cut the purse strings. They already basically cut the purse strings right now because they're not doing anything extra. And Xbox One has what Xbox division maybe have one more console in them. If I'm telling you right now, if they make if the next console for the next generation is sold at a loss because Xbox, I hate this name, why they call it that, but the original Xbox was sold for a loss. Xbox 360 was sold for a loss, and then it made money, but then of course the red ring of death kind of hurt them. And then Xbox One is sold for a loss. If they sell the next Xbox console again for a loss, that will be the last Xbox console ever because they're not the shareholders. Why would I put money into something that's not making me money? In the last shareholder meeting, all they made was 0.5% profit, which is nothing. That's no money, and that's where they're pissed off right now. So right now, that's what I'm saying. Even though Wii was not selling as much, they're making profits bigger than the other consoles, and they sell way more software than the other consoles because of what's going on. But with that said, that's the DLC, and the only reason I'm saying that because of the whole DLC pack thing. Nintendo did a good job with the DLC. I'm against Nintendo with the whole Smash Brothers skin thing to sell it for you, but that's one thing we got to stop that in a way. Evolve, that's crazy. Mortal Kombat, that's crazy. You bought the game, you enjoying it, you enjoy it. We don't hate nobody for buying games. That's not who we are at Endure. You buy what you want about that. Enjoy your games. We just said there's no
Yep.
perfect games out there. Just enjoy your games. Because if I'm gonna buy a game that has a bunch of DLC that's not really like Batman Origins had DLC. I didn't play the DLCs because I just bought the game, had fun, kept it moving. Because I'm not gonna pay you locking content for it, and that's what the publishers doing nowadays. put the game. They once the developers got the game, the publishers say, "Well, let's start locking this for pre-order bonuses. This for, because right now, Star Wars Battlefront coming out. They already got pre-order bonuses already, and the game ain't no coming out later this year before even it's done. It's already got that set up. So this was done the right way. I am happy that this was done the right way. The DLC pack for Mario Kart 8 was awesome. No ifs ands about that. They did a great job. The online could be a little better, not what it is, but still pretty cool because the whole friends and everything set up. But it is what it is. No game is perfect. Like I always say at the end of my videos, if you're new to our channel and interviews, I always say no game is perfect. There's never been a perfect game. There's no game perfect. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to you is not perfect. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply play your games. That's all. That is our motto here at Enduo. But with that said, the DLC was good. I'm happy that they did this. And of course they added the Amiibos.
Yep,
that
I
you
was
could
just
get.
about to say that.
Yep, we added Amiibos. We're also not crazy Amiibo hunters like everybody out there. We have 4 Amiibos. We have Bowser,
Woo!
Fox, Link, and Samus. There are a couple costumes that do look cool. Like the Captain Falcon one does look cool, and the Pac-Man one with the animated Pac-Man in the back of the shell in a helmet, that does look cool too. So they did a robust on this game. So the thing that Katie's been bringing up all the time that we talk about is also, man, you gotta love one thing that Nintendo does too. Even though it's cartoony, even though it's not realistic, which I love, they put realistic stuff in the game, but is it a cartoony in an imaginative world? And what they put in there is aesthetics.
Yep.
I just love the aesthetics they put into these games. Because like everybody's been saying on the internet, when you see Riven Road, it looks like Toy Story. It
Yep.
looked like Pixar created that track.
I'm waiting for like a baby version of people in the Mario world just to come over and just mess it all up.
I know, like a kid just went in the room and just messing it up. A baby Mario coming in like that would be cool though. That he comes in and he saw the tracks and he's stomping on the track and you gotta avoid it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But the aesthetics, they put aesthetics, the waterfall, the sunset, the rise. You see the snow pack into the tires. Look at I'll give you the next example, like Forza Horizon for Xbox. It's a car simulating game. Real graphics, everything. And it looks pretty good. Don't get me wrong. But you see, when you go around some of the tracks, they don't like Mario Kart. Even when you're doing the drifting on top of in anti-grav mode, you still see the drift marks when you come back around in a lap. They don't do that kind of stuff. That's what I'm saying. They put real world physics or style into this cartoony kind of game, which is cool. So, and like Katie's gonna talk about now, I like how they went all out with doing the whole advertising, right?
Yep.
If you look at people, I'm telling you right now, if you're playing this game, go into trial mode and just drive around the track and just look at what Nintendo created in this track. Of course, you're racing is fanatic, but
Rainbow
just
Road
just like
is
right now,
for the SNES is another example.
huh?
Rainbow Road, the SNES one.
Oh man, the moon looks crazy. The thrumps look so like blinged out. Like you could put them, like you could take them and put them on like a Ludacris's chain or something. Cause it's so
The reflection of the coins.
Oh man, it's awesome. That aesthetic is so great. Of course, and they made it that like when you like I'm happy that when you get a blooper, it hits the screen and you jump in the water, it washes off.
Yeah.
And then you still stay wet. And I mean, it's awesome. It's a beautiful looking game. It's one of those things where I say when everybody's like, man, the Wii U don't have the power. The greatest games all the time does not make the greatest games out there all don't need power to make them. You need optimization. Because again, Mario Kart Wii sold the most out of all the Call of Duties, and they wanted more powerful systems, but they didn't sell as much as Mario Kart Wii as a single SKU. Technically speaking, none of the Call of Duties are in the top five selling games anyway. I think they're number 11 right now in the top games selling game of all time. Franchise wise, they're up there. I think they're fourth, but game wise, no. And of course, it's Nintendo's dominating that spot. Other than Minecraft, Tetris, Mario Brothers, Mario Kart. I forgot something else. But anyway, like you said, they went all out with the whole thing with the graphics, and of course, and you see all the little nods and stuff. Like if you want the Dragon one in the first deal, Dragon Away, where you see the Lichitu doing the kung fu moves on the side of the wall, and then in Rainbow Road, you see the blooper spaceship.
That's just
And one of the things right now that in a DLC pack too, of course, you have the seasons.
yeah.
For the villager, you have the different seasons that happen, which is pretty cool. And I've seen a video, and I need to watch it when they say drive up and just stand in front of KK, and I think he's playing a song. KK Slider. So go up. So even though you're playing a game, having fun, that's what you need to do. Just do time trial and just have fun and watch the detail they put in these tracks. It's super awesome how they do that. And like I said, I'll pass it on to you, Katie, because one of the things, like I said, they went all out with the whole music. Not music is one thing. We'll get to that. The whole thing they put out, of course, was with the racing with the sponsors. Basically, everybody has a sponsor on the track.
Yep.
Right.
Especially on the loading screen.
Yeah. List off some of the sponsors so they can know, and you can see these, and the way they put the styles on them. Like you look at the buses or whatever, you see it's kind of cool.
It's like making it even more like the world is more realistic.
Yeah. So what's the? Go ahead. What do you have for that?
You have 100 organic antifreeze, which is like the ice flower thing.
Yep.
Banana Boy, which I guess is Donkey Kong's. Banana Cup. Bowser Oil. Bullet Bill Speed Trial. Burning DK, another DK thing. Coconut Cafe. You got two versions of Dream Gliders. So I guess differentiate between different tracks. Fountain Cafe, Funflower, Galaxy Air, that you'll find mostly at the airport.
Oh yeah, the airport is so cool. Yep. You can't forget the yellow plane that has all the characters on there.
As I pause, which is your favorite? Did we go for favorite tracks?
Well, let's go with the favorite track. Let's break it down in 3 spots. And we'll keep we'll do a pause, keep going, pause, keep going. So out of the Mario Kart itself at the beginning, what was the initial Mario Kart? What was your favorite track? My favorite track basically was
before the DLCs.
Before the DLCs, yeah, we're gonna go that, then DLC 1, then DLC 2. All right. So my DLC 1, my Mario Kart, I would think the original Mario Kart. I like the airport, Sunshine Airport. I just like it. The planes is pretty cool. The whole drifting in that game, in that track is pretty awesome. And of course, seeing the planes taking off behind you, in front of you, whatever. And of course, when you're coming down to the home stretch, you can look across and you can see Koopa Troopa Beach to the right, the turtle from Koopa Troopa Beach.
Yep.
I love that track. That's a good track. So what about you?
Electrodome has to be mine for the original Mario Kart 8. Because it's like a giant club type thing focusing on like mostly the music. You can see the little, troopers and the piranha plants dancing to the beat of the music. And then there's this one part where it's like you're driving on like speakers or something. And the music changes.
Yeah. Yeah, cool when you do the whole dent before you come around the
Yeah,
corner.
like when you go through the on the Mobius strip and you're on the thing, the
Hmm.
anti-gravity and you're on the thing, it's like the music changes, and I think that's like really, really cool. So I love Electrodome and Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant thingy. What's it called?
Oh,
Yeah.
Prana pipe.
And Mario Kart Circuit, the Mobius strip one.
Oh yeah, you know what? I like that one too. I like that one too. That's pretty cool. I love that like you said, that was pretty cool. That because of the whole gliding over the thing, which is crazy now with 200 cc's. We'll get to that point, of course, people. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, that's our favorite tracks for there. So yeah, keep on going with what are the cool things you found out with the advertisement?
So there's one for Ghost Clock, Green Service, which is like the picture I'm seeing is those little, is like the piranha, the black face, like those tiny black piranha plants back then.
Oh yeah,
The Leaf Cup, Lemmy's Tire Service, which is interesting.
yeah.
Who's the crazy one of the troop, the Copelings? Was it Iggy?
Is Iggy on the? I think it's Iggy on the ball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Ludwig Painting,
Not surprising.
Mario Motors, Mario Work, Mount Wario, Mushroom Piston, Princess Orange, Red Shell Strike Equipment, Roy Smooth Sounds, which is weird.
Well,
Royal
yeah,
Pass.
because he had the glasses, the sunglasses.
Yeah, but it's like he does music. He's a DJ stuff. It's like weird. Royal Pass Pastry,
Yep.
Shy Guy Metals,
Hmm.
Star Cup, Sunshine Parts, Super Marine World Dive Shop, Tropical
Wow.
Bakery, Tropical Grocery.
Dang, I didn't know a couple of those things were there.
Yeah, because I told you like when we were looking at the thing, like at the loading screen or whatnot,
Yeah.
and I saw Undead Motors, which is Dry Bowser's one.
Oh, because wow, I didn't know. I was
Yeah,
not
and I
paying
was trying
attention.
to look for the rest
I was not paying attention.
because they have one
Dang.
for Toad Toy Store, so I
Okay.
believe that's new too. Undead
Wow.
Motors, which is Dry Bowser's one.
Uh-huh.
Wario Billionaires, Women of
Billionaire.
Racing Organization.
What? I
I'm
didn't-
seeing this right here. It's the Women's of Racing Organization
Oh.
and Yoshi's Egg Market. I'm clicking on this. Let me see what this is. Goodness, this is a real thing. It's
Women's
nice.
organized.
Women of Racing Organization. There's two of them, and I think there's like different female characters.
Which is what?
One of them has Birdo, Daisy, and Peach.
I thought they said border was not a whatever. Let's not go
Let's not
there.
go there.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the other
yeah.
was Rosalina, Toadette, and Wendy.
Okay, okay, okay. I got you. I got you. All right. Well, with that said, we go into the let's go into our next DLC pack, which is pack one. What is your favorite track in pack one?
The SNES one,
The
Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road. That's your
Yeah.
favorite.
And let's see. I like the Hyrule Warriors.
The Hyrule. You mean Hyrule Field?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
F-Zero. That was cool too.
F-Zero. Yeah, you got to give it to F-Zero. That's pretty crazy. F-Zero. You got to pretty crazy. That was pretty cool. Okay, because you're going at speed. And did we play that? I don't think we played at 20 cc's yet, right?
What?
The F-Zero. That F-Zero. No, we didn't.
No, because
No,
I know
we
I
didn't.
did the I know I did the Hyrule thing and the SNES Rainbow Road, the Hyrule Cup,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
and which I would thought would have been crazy, but it's not crazy.
Yeah, that is true. Now let's get into 200 cc's. My goodness, that is crazy. That is super crazy. As as basically Mikey B asks us for what we think about 200 cc's in the questions. Well, Mikey B with 200 cc's is crazy, man. You got to learn. You got to relearn the tracks. That's for sure. You got to relearn the tracks, even though the tracks you race all the time. You got to relearn the tracks because that speed it just changes everything. As Katie could tell you, I'm the drift. I'm like the person who's the technical person of drifting certain ways. Because if we do a game without items, I'm basically the dominant person.
Eh,
But with items, you have a better shot to get at me because I know how to drift. Because I mean, I remember that day when me and you were racing,
I
and
know
we
it's
did
a
that
drift
no
too,
items,
you know.
huh?
I know it's a drift too.
Yeah, but remember what you saw when we did the side by side, and how I drift. My cut was more deep, quicker, and sharper than yours, and I passed you because of that. Remember when we did the video?
Yes.
Okay, no, but that's just what it is right there. But you know what? It is what it is. Um, Let me see. But it has the 200 cc's. You got to like cut early in certain tracks now. Let's put it this way. For me, I'll go from my point of view first. The tracks that's just simple, like dry deserts and stuff that don't have much drifting, it feels faster, but not that much. I could control those. You know, you think you're the same way like me, Katie?
Hmm.
No.
I don't know.
But in a tracks that you feel like you still got control, even though you have 200 cc's.
Uh, the SNES Rainbow Road,
Yeah, but you
and
have control.
and what's that? What's that? It's like ruining with the
Thorpe
thwomps
Ruin?
and
Thorpe Ruin.
yeah, yeah. Like that's pretty. I can have control there.
Thorpe Ruins. Yeah, yeah, I too. I too because I want that one. No, I didn't want. I came second. I forgot they throw a bomb at my butt. But it's a good game. It was like I said, that 200 cc's in that spot feels good. Now the tracks that have a lot of the curves now.
Yeah.
You have including those like S not S turns are cool, but the hairpin turns because you basically get thrown against the wall. That's basically what's happening. You basically you're basically getting thrown against the wall. And with those, you sometimes have to start your drift way early. And sometimes that don't work because you have to find that right spot to drift so you don't hit the outside of the walls. You know what I mean? And we have not gotten to that point yet. We're gonna need some more practicing, of course. That's us.
Yeah.
So
Because
we
I
gotta do
really
that.
want to do the Neo Bowser City on 200 cc's.
Yeah, that's gonna be
I like Neo Bowser City, like the revamped. It's so cool. I like it.
hey, it is what it is. Yeah, it's pretty cool cities, cool track. One thing, like I said, with the graphics that we talked about. I liked how they are. How should I say? I like how they are. They remade a lot of the tracks for Mario Kart 8. It looks gorgeous too. We got to give nods off for that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they took those old tracks, Baby Park, Neo Bowser, um, I mean, a lot of the old retro tracks and the way they redid it makes you want to think, man, if they could do a lot of those things in the past, it would be awesome. But that's like a Neo Bowser. But the 200 cc's have changed a lot of things. One thing I'm gonna say, what I'm gonna do is like right now, one of the things we're doing right now is like we're putting on like we're changing our card. Like for 200 cc's, we're using a certain card. We're not even using the same card we're using 150 cc's. I mean, I know you are. I'm not because I gotta slow myself down somehow without breaking. And I wish you could break and you could drift without releasing the A button, but you can't. So it is what it is. Kind of again reflecting real world physics,
Yeah.
but it's pretty, like I said, 200 cc have changed the game a lot. Like we're gonna try to get all our, we're at least trying to get our stars up in those in all the tracks, of course. You know what I mean? So with that said, let's go to the DLC pack two. DLC pack two. What is your favorite tracks in the DLC pack two, Katie?
Neo Bowser City
That's the only one.
and that wooden one.
The wood tree woodway. I think that's
Yeah,
what it is.
because I think it's beautiful looking.
It does look beautiful.
Yep.
Well, yep. That's one of those it's one of those great tracks that they take their time and create the aesthetics, of course. And I can't forget Big Blue. That's a pretty cool track too.
Yeah, like I forgot what the cup is named.
The cup.
Yeah, the cup that has in Neo Bowser City and Big Blue and Ribbon City and just all of that.
Let me see. I think if I'm trying to give me a second, let me try to remember it. If it has to be. We know the bell is the other one. What's the other one? Bell is the first one, right?
What was the two new tracks? It was Bell and
The courses is Bell is one of them. The first one with Animal Crossing and everything on it.
yeah. Yeah, well, I think it's Bell. No, it's not.
We can't figure that one out. That's so crazy.
I really don't know.
Dang, I'm too far away from my Wii U to check myself. this
You
is this.
also have the internet.
I know. That's what I'm trying to figure right now. What was that one? Let me see if I could figure out this as quickly as I can. Yo, King, you in there? Time out. Sade. Um, anybody? Okay, well, I'm asking. Can anybody hear anybody? You found it out? Found out, Katie?
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Let me let me look.
If not, I could turn on my Wii U for a quick second and see.
I,
'Cause
I'm looking.
this is
I'm
embarrassing.
looking.
This is
It's not
embarrassing.
embarrassing. You hush.
I ain't embarrassing me. I'm saying this is embarrassing that we can't remember our
Uh,
tracks that we just played today.
food. Got into it.
I know, I know. Give me a second.
Horses special. True. Yeah, you got yeah. It's the Bell Cup. Crossing is with Baby Park, Cheeseland, and Wild Woods, and Animal Crossing, which
Say again.
is Crossing Cup, but my favorite is
Okay.
the Bell Cup because that has the Neo Bowser City, Rainbow, and Ribbon Road, the
Uh-huh.
subway, and Big Blue.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
That's where it had
what's that supposed to mean?
huh? Okay, so that has all this
Okay, whatever.
nah, nah, it's different because KD flow. That's
I
why.
know that. I know.
Say your say if that's what it is, your mic is being it says the mic is muted on our screen. So I don't know how you gotta unmute yourself. I can't I'm trying to unmute it, but I can't get it unmuted for you. But let me see. Timer, can you hear me? Uh, I mean I could see Timer there, but he's not coming through either. But anyway, like you were saying, so it was a crossing cup and what?
The Bell Cup.
And the bell cup.
Yes.
Yeah, the crossing cup and the bell cup. You're right. So we had how should I say? So the Classic Cup, Bell Cup. You said Neo Bowser is your the one. Big Blue.
The subway.
This, you like the Subway one a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised by that one because you don't like Toad. Toad. That's one of the tracks I do like, which is Toad.
I never said I didn't like it.
Ah,
I like the Turnpike too.
the Turnpike.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Turnpike. I like. You see, that's what I'm saying. That's one of those old tracks that they did. That's one of the old tracks that they did that revived it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. I'm like the way how they how should I say? They changed to put in the whole anti-grav that you could stick against the wall and drive in, and also added the what do you call it the what do you call it the flying on the trucks and the jumps and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So you're right. The toad I have this. I mean, if I had to tell the truth, out of the two packs, this is not bad. This is not really a bad. Track two is not bad. You know
No,
what I mean?
it
Track two,
wasn't.
track two is not really that bad. Let me see. Cause we have let's go through go through it as easy as we can. Give me 1 second, Katie. Um, that's our okay. We have Baby Park, which is a cool track.
Yes.
She's yeah, Baby Park is fun. Baby Park is fun. And they added like 7 laps now, and at 200 cc's, which we gotta try. That thing goes quick. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's the other like earlier today is like thought it was on track 3 and it was on track 4. And the music just keeps going faster and faster and faster. So it's like,
Yep.
wow.
Then you have Cheeseland, which is taken from the GBA. GBA. That is, but I like how they put the chain chomps. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That one, it is kind of slippery in certain spots. Where we, how can I say? Then we have Wild Woods. That's the one you were talking about with the design, right?
Yeah.
Then of course we have Animal Crossing with the book with all the, how should I say, Animal Crossing with all the,
The seasons.
seasons. Yeah, which I gotta give that track something, which is pretty cool. That again, the next thing with the whole aesthetics that you have the it changes thing. The trees drop, the apple drops off of the tree. You hit it. Basically it's a mushroom. Um, the balloons hang the item box up in the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cool how they did. And again, if again, you got to go to check out, Drive Ticket by Trial, and it's go by KK Slider. I think he's playing the music or something because it's like with the Koji Kondo, the Kondo song when you go to what's it, Mumu, not Mumu, where was it? Mumu Meadows, where you go and Yoshi be humming the Kondo song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have that. So that's pretty cool. Then we go to the Bell Cup, which is the one we was right. We made a mistake in that one. Neo Bowser City, which at least they took out the puddles out of that compared to the DS. I'm happy they did.
Yep.
That was
I'm,
crazy in 7.
I'm happy that's gone.
It's all wet now. Again, it's the aesthetic thing. You racing, the wetness is on. They took that aesthetics from Mario Kart 3D World and added it to the screen with the whole rain hitting the screen. I like that. I love that. Attention to detail, like you been saying, Katie.
Yep.
Then you have Ribbon Road, of course, the one we talked about. Then you have Super Bell Subway. I gotta dig more deeper into that one and see more about that because I did like Coconut Mall for Wii. I forgot that was the next track I like too, but I gotta dig more into that one. And then you have um, of course, Big Blue, which is one of those, which technically speaking is a nice end to the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being a segmented track, one shot all the way down. That's pretty awesome. I like that. I like that. And like I said, 200 cc's have put this set up good. Let's see. So anyway, we have so the weakness, the one weakness Mario Kart 8 has been very good to us. We're enjoying it. It's basically come down to a year later that Nintendo has found a way to keep people interested in this game, in this game right now. Yo, King, time out, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I couldn't hear nothing. I had
Oh
to
man,
couldn't hear nothing for a while. I was like, "Where's everybody?" I couldn't hear nothing. Get out and come back
thank you,
in.
man. I was like, where the hell is? I'm seeing you there, and I was like, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I couldn't hear nobody. All I heard was um who was that? Right, the one with the Ryu. Oh, the other part
Oh,
of
oh, oh,
Katie.
oh, 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 okay, okay. I got what you're saying.
That's all I could hear. But I guess nobody could hear me.
Hi.
No, yeah, we're trying to hear you. So, before we wrap, we're gonna do something else. But before that, what do you think about what do you think about how should I say it your Mario Kart? Have you downloaded it and everything and played it?
Oh, the update or the
Yeah,
DLC? Oh
yeah.
yeah, I played it. Yeah,
What's your thoughts, bro? I mean, put it
man.
in. We already put in our work.
Oh, okay. I'm liking it, man. I just like it. um, Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's good. It's
Uh,
making me mad at times when I try to do the 200, but you know I'm trying. For the 200 cc, I'm using that. I can't remember the one track, but it has like seven laps. I use that one to get some practice in because it's pretty easy to get down packed. So I've been using that for practice for 200 cc. Get them curves.
Baby
Trying to figure out the perfect time. To drift and trying to pick the right vehicle. Vehicle setup. Trying to get someone with a lot of traction. Not as much speed for 200 cc. So I'm trying to
Hmm.
get the vehicle as well.
I know
I'm,
it
I'm
because
liking
of
it.
how.
I'm liking it. Yeah, you gotta actually pay more attention detail to your vehicle setup. You gotta be more. I guess you could say professional Mario Kart with it. I don't know. You just gotta be more careful with your setup and gotta be more serious about it. I guess you could say.
Yep.
Yep.
Like my nephew was talking crap about me because um I was playing in online and I was getting beat down. He thought, oh, you suck. And he got on there like, oh man, he put the control down on left. 'Cause my nephew tried to play, he put down the control on left. And he went, oh, you play it then since you talking all this mess. And he left after that. Yeah, it's
Eh,
it's it's a challenge. It's a challenge.
It's a challenge, yeah, man. Like I said, I have to change my cart setup. Like I said, I ain't got it yet because me and Katie, of course, we have two different accounts. So the card I have in my account is not in her account, so it's kind of irritating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's I like it though. It's good.
Okay, so so how about so what's your favorite track in the DLC two pack two?
Actually, I like the Animal Crossing one. I forgot what it's called though. Because to me it's just smooth and I can maneuver on that pretty easily. I'm liking that one, and I'm liking that one. Only now
Okay.
because like I said I'm getting pretty used to it. It's probably the first one I was easy to besides besides the doing 7 laps. But the Animal Crossing one I like that one a lot because
With
I just got
the
used to an
seasons.
easy mistakes first besides the 7 lap one. So that was my good one.
Oh, you mean
For ease of
Baby Park? Huh? You mean Baby Park?
is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Baby, the one with the seven laps, Baby Park, yeah.
No, not
From
that's
gate.
not that's not my best one. That's just the one I used to practice on. But my best one for now that I like to race on more is the Animal Crossing one.
Okay, yeah, okay. Basically, Animal Crossing one, basically that's what it's called, Animal Crossing.
Oh,
That's
okay. I
it.
didn't know what that's was called or not. I don't even look at the names. I just select them. I look at the pictures and select them.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's that one. That's the one I like the most. Like I said, because I remember the course better, and it's a little bit longer than the 7 lap one, and it's easier for me to get down pat. But I do like the what's it called? I should have to turn the game on to see what it's called. It's like the first
I can tell you,
the first
I got my gamepad in front of me now, so I can take the
okay.
tracks now. Before,
It's the
which one?
first one of the first two ones. It's the first course or the first track. Um, it looks like it could. Oh, it's Bowser, the one that's called Bowser or something.
Neo
Bowser
Neo
Bowser City.
Bowser.
Yeah. I like that one too. That's gonna be
Well,
my next favorite. Once I get
Favorite
that one down pat,
track.
definitely like that one too.
okay, okay.
Top favorites. They all good to me, but top favorites, the Animal and that one. And of course the 7 track one because it's easy.
I know, right? It's easy until you see it. Until you see like 50 shells lining up all over and banana
Yeah,
peels,
dude, that is true. Yeah.
all that, all that stuff is up on the track, and you're like, oh crap, really, man? And the thing about it is like you lap so much people sometimes that you're like, is
Oh
he
yeah,
first?
oh
Is he
yeah.
second? Which I don't know.
That too. That
Who's
too.
second? Yeah, it is that. That is crazy, man. I, you talked yesterday. How much Mario Kart have you played? 'Cause I know I only did the six because I only put six in the rules, because of how should I say? Because if you maybe you go back and listen to this Endcast when it goes to YouTube. I went through the whole catalog. That's what I wanted to
Mm.
go through. That's why I say six. I mean, you
Oh,
were like I
okay.
say you were. I mean, you were cool to join. You were one of the people who were cool to join in any Endcast, bro, because you were the beginning.
Okay, cool, cool. Let's
You were the
see.
beginning.
I
But
know.
how much Mario Kart you played?
Yeah, when you said that, I had to start thinking in my head, like, dang, I know I didn't play all. I know I didn't play six of them, so I was like, dang, I'm out this one. But no, I played the NES one. I didn't have a Super Nintendo, so I didn't play that one at all.
You mean
I don't
Super
even.
NES? You mean that's the way it started? Super Nintendo. You said NES. You mean Super Nintendo? That's where it started from.
Well, then, dang, I guess I did play that one then. I'm thinking it was an NES because I didn't play it physically honest. It was a what do you call it? Um, what's some things called? Would you play it on a virtual?
Oh, the Virtual Console.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the first one. That was the first one, of course,
so I
on
didn't have because
NES.
I know I didn't have no Super Nintendo. That's why I was thinking I didn't play it on that one. Okay, so I guess I did play it then. But that 64, I didn't play the GameCube one because I didn't. I had a GameCube, but I didn't even have the Mario Kart on that one. Don't ask me why. I just didn't have it. Uh,
Game, oh, Double Dash.
yeah, I didn't have that one at all. I never played that one. I got the 64, and that's that first game I got on my 64 is that. So I played it on
Mario Kart.
64.
Of course,
Yeah,
that was
that's the first
awesome.
one I actually. That's the first one I actually owned. That's the first one I owned.
Uh huh.
Um, didn't have the one on GameCube. Had a GameCube, because I didn't have it on there. And after that, the only one I had was the 3DS one, the 7, and this one.
Okay, so basically, So you play Super Nintendo. You played Super Nintendo. You played Mario Kart 64. You played the 7, 8,
Yeah, that's it.
and that's it. 4 out of 8. Hey,
I guess.
better than nothing. No,
See,
because I've played all of them. So the one you're missing, of course, is Super Kart and Game Boy.
mhm.
You're missing Double Dash, like you just said. Mario Kart Wii and DS. So
Okay.
that was that. Those are the four you're missing.
So pretty much only 3 then. 'Cause
No, you played four. You played half of the series.
well, like the one on Super Nintendo, I'm not sure because I know I played one on DL. I played one on the Virtual Console, and
But
I was thinking I was thinking it was NES because how it looked. So I don't know if it was Super Nintendo or it could have been the Helm. I know I played one on
no,
Virtual.
no. That's what I'm trying to say. They were never. No, the first game started at the Super Nintendo level. There was none of us. They
Okay.
didn't made it for NES.
Okay.
Mario
Okay.
Kart
So
not an NES thing.
okay.
uh-uh.
Cool.
The Super NES one was the beginning of it, and like I told Katie, there's so much things that a lot of people like. There's so many people that everybody did the whole the whole what do you call it? I'm trying to remember the Luigi Dead Stare.
Mhm.
Look at the video of all of Super Mario Kart. Every time somebody passed you, their head turns towards you like a dead stare. So that already it was happening back then.
I see what you're saying.
So they were doing all kind of cool stuff back then with the game. I mean, that's why I like Nintendo. And as me and Katie was talking, all this stuff is you coming in right now. We've talked about this before. When it comes to aesthetics, they do cool aesthetics, man, with these games. They look awesome.
Yeah, they
60
put
frames per
Oh, go ahead.
I was saying now 60 frames per second looks gorgeous in what they did, man. This is a good game.
Oh yeah, of course, FIFA is good.
It's a good game. They did a lot of stuff to there. Before when I try to get you in, you would say something about 2 items. What 2 items you were talking about?
Me?
Yeah, yeah. Because I sent you the
Oh,
link.
oh, yeah. Because you said you was talking about equipping 2 items at a time.
Yeah.
I was just saying I like equipping 2 items at a time.
But you see, yeah, but because they wanted to get, you see what happened was in Mario Kart Wii it sold so much, but a lot of people hated it because of course the balancing was a problem because the item balancing was messed up, and also if you were an expert player, because it was because right now the online and everything. people who was not expert players were getting trumped by other people. So what they did was they said, okay, let's if we're gonna go for the wide market once again, let's take it away. I mean, for people who are expert player like us, yeah, it kind of sucks that it was taken away, but it still added a level of excitement to the game that you making sure that you holding on that banana
Oh
and
yeah.
whatever else.
Hey, and I still mess up. I'll be holding on to it, I let it go, and I regret it like a few seconds later. So yeah, I do that, and I continue. I still do it like, every time. It never fails. I'll have something. I need to hold on to this. Then I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna use this, and then a few seconds later, boom, dang, I know I should have held on to it. Yeah, it happens all the time for me.
I know.
I keep touching the hot iron, never learning.
I hear you, man. Like I said, like I was saying right there, it is so cool that I'm happy that this is their first jump into extending the game so long, which is good.
Yeah.
And it's basically coming up on a year that this game got released.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Besides, no, I didn't want to say. I just thought about it. But like some games, like the only games that really last long, regardless if you like it or not, is Call of Duty and actually, and I guess
Now,
Battlefield, I guess you could say.
but
Like those are the
they,
only games that.
I was
Well,
gonna
yeah,
say,
you're right. 'Cause they come out every year, so
sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm saying I guess those are the only games that last for people play for like a whole year and still like talk about it like a lot, you know. But they do come out yearly, so of course they're going to keep having that.
That's
You know,
exactly what I was gonna.
when they announce a new one, people get more hype for the one they're playing currently, so they want to keep playing it more to get ready for the next one. So it's like a continuous thing. So the Mario Kart is like it's continuously a year after, not no
Oh,
new one coming out anytime soon. So, but the updates are keeping people more into it.
but it's keeping it in the limelight because it's good. And the reason I'm saying about it is a year later. I'm talking about like it's still like people. It's still like right now. YouTube is a fluster with Mario Kart.
Yeah.
The news is a fluster with Mario Kart. IGN, GameSpot, all these guys are talking about Mario Kart now. That's what I'm saying. What they're doing that.
It's
That's
the only
pretty
game.
cool.
It's the only game doing that that's been out for a year, despite because even Call of Duty's not even getting that much traction. Besides the
No,
new one.
because yeah, everybody's talking about Black Ops 3 right now.
Yeah, they're not talking about the old one.
I know, man. That's what it is. But it's pretty cool that they did this far to this point right here, which is cool. I like it. And the deals, like me and Katie was talking about, the prices is just right. I can't argue with $12.99.
Oh man, dude. Some, for the price, man. You got some people who don't know what they're talking about. I don't want to get into it. I just want to say it real, like 5 seconds. Because
Go ahead, man.
some people literally think that like you know you got your trolls and people who just hate Nintendo just to hate them, so they want to
Yeah.
make stuff up. This is how you know people don't even care to look up anything from Nintendo. Somebody probably said something, they ran with it. When somebody said it was in the comment section, I was laughing at it. Why you see Nintendo? Everybody does DLC. See Nintendo, there's no excuse, right? But Nintendo always gets a pass too. They always get a pass. And somebody's like, "What are you talking about? Oh, you gotta pay all this DLC for all these new things that just came out. You gotta pay for 200cc. You gotta pay for
You don't have to pay for
$12.
$200cc.
Yeah, and they said $12 for each track. And somebody was like,
Oh, okay. I
stupid.
get what you're trying to say. I get
Yeah,
what
and
you're
they're like, man, that's for the whole thing. He's like, no, it's not. It's per track. I'm like, no, you idiot. I was like, I'm laughing like, dude, this is the mentality people got. They don't even try. They don't even care. Something that's so easy to find, simple. You don't even gotta find it. It's there. You know, and they still get it. They still try their hardest to down what they doing. So I was laughing like this.
Hey, it's just like I said in the YouTube video content thing. Katie, you still there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Katie, and you could test to this. What do I say about people?
People are. Individual is smart. People are
Stupid.
dumb.
People are always stupid. People are stupid. Individuals are smart. It always shows that. That's why I put in that video because I've learned it over my 30 years being on this planet of how people do crazy stuff. And like, what? I can't follow just these people. I can't.
Yeah.
Why? When you can't think for yourself. That's why it's so funny how things are. The internet's right there that you could go and say, hey, it's $12.99 for the both packs. But like you just said, he didn't do it. He just like
The problem with this is people don't like to prove themselves wrong. So they go where they think. They don't want you to prove wrong. Let alone they don't want themselves. They don't want to prove themselves wrong. So they rather just not even. They know they could look it up. They don't want to. You know, because they don't want to prove themselves wrong. That's what it is.
It's just like
They
when
don't.
let me tell you this time. This is funny because I was in the in the comments, of course, in whatever Google Plus, whatever, and this guy was like talking about what do you call it? He was talking about, oh man, Mario Kart 3D World is still $60. That's what the original comment started at, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's cool, that's great, I mean, dude, it still sells. Of course, it's gonna be $60. And this guy was like, that's crazy. That's why GameStop.
Oh,
Why in GameStop do you guys? You at GameStop, there's like a big wall of PlayStation, a big wall of Xbox, and a small spot because Nintendo is not popular. I'm like, and I kind of like, dude, don't show yourself to be that stupid. That's not the reason why. Think about it. Think about it first before you. It's like,
yeah.
no, man. Nintendo's not famous because they got the small wall, dude. You're in a shop that sells used games.
Yes.
Nintendo fans do not sell their games. Once they
They,
buy them, they keep them.
they got that replay value.
Yes, exactly. And I was like, all those games you see right there, people are selling. Like right now, Evolve and everything is selling for way less than what it is, and it came out a month ago.
Dude, and they're nowhere near what they wanted to sell. They're like nowhere near.
Oh, they don't know. They didn't.
Oh, remember their excuse for the DLC was we gotta feed our families.
I
Well,
want to know how the family's feeding right now.
they good. They got that money. They good. They that was an excuse.
And it's a publisher thing. That's what it was. It
Yeah.
sucks. It sucks how they do that. But I'm like, dude, I was like, that's why they did that. And it's like, he can't be still stupid to say it, but he did. So it's what it is. It's all right, whatever. That's what it is. That's why, again, like I said, none of Nintendo's games stay relevant for a long time. Like I said, Mario
Mhm.
3D World, still, like I said, $60. Yeah. Hyrule Warriors, like I think, dropped down to maybe about $58, maybe about 55. But like again, you got other games that dropped down to 20, like Order 1886 is like $20.
That was like not too long after it released either. That was like a few weeks after it released. They started dropping in
Yeah,
price everywhere. Like dang.
it's crazy. It is crazy. That's what we, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm happy that Nintendo did. Like I said, and for anybody out there who acts the whole past thing, because I'm keeping it honest to myself. Nintendo, most of their DLC has been good, and there are other companies, again, there are other companies out there that have done good DLC. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
The problem is though is the AAA third party that everybody say we need this game, we need that game. Because again, Battlefield Front just came out. They already got pre-order bonuses for the game. They just announced it. Already got pre-order bonuses already.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have it. If you want to get the certain suits and certain
Oh yeah, I'm thinking Battlefield. What am I thinking? Yeah, okay, yeah, Star Wars.
Star
Yeah,
Battlefront.
I know. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna hit my mind somewhere else.
Yeah, no problem. But they already got pre-order bonuses already.
Yeah, that was. Coming in the year either. People already pre-ordered. Ain't even seen no gameplay footage.
But if you saw what I said in the video, that's when publishers be like, "Oh, we got you hook, line, and sinker. Let's charge them." They don't
Hey,
care. The
especially
publisher.
EA.
I know,
Especially
and
EA,
that's
because I remember somebody, I think it was the 1316 kill, whatever his name was, but he made a video explaining how much money EA's
oh
made off of
yeah.
DLC. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I've said the same thing too, because if you go to
Yeah,
the
you said you will,
relationship
yeah.
page, $900 million just DLC on the microtransactions.
So you know what they gonna continue with if it's selling, they gonna keep on keeping on. They gonna
Well,
do
I
the Joe
can't.
Dirt and keep on keeping on.
Well, of course, because remember Need for Speed that just came out on mobile. You got to buy gas,
Oh yeah.
and that's
That's,
EA.
I don't even know that's stupid.
That's EA. That's why I said I did my thing with Need for Speed Carbon. I love the game. I did my job with it when I worked on it. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I wish they could do. I wish them the best of luck from head on forth. But that's just crazy. I don't. That's what I'm talking about. Those big companies evolve. Like my friend, my friend who works with me. He bought Mortal Kombat, which I have no problem that he bought Mortal Kombat. He said he wanted it, but he said, you know what? He said, man, I had to walk out of there because the lady at the GameStop was like, well, you need to buy this, you need to buy that, and he was like, that'll be $100. I ain't paying $100 for no game.
Yeah, I mean they try to see if Nintendo had done what Mario Kart, what some of the other guys did, shoot, each track would have been
like $3.99 or something like that for each track.
No, it would have been more than that for each track. No, because some of the maps be costing like $20 for one map or a few maps, you know. So they'd have charged like at least $10 for or 12 for 12. They'd call it 12 for one track. So, and for the 200cc, that'd have been $20.
I know, right? I know, right? And that's a whole new. That changed the game altogether.
Yeah, they did some crazy stuff.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like I said, you know what? Like Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers, what it did is good. The prices are great, but I still can't give Nintendo a pass because I did a video about this, and I'm not gonna be a hypocrite about it. About the skins, I don't. Even if it is 75 cents, I don't think you should. That if it's 75 cents that cheap, it should have been an update. It should have been an update. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy that. Other people bought it. That's cool for them. But my point is still, skins. It should not be a charge. You should not charge for skins.
That's at least make it towards unlockable like 200cc. You just make it unlockable.
Yeah, make it unlockable. Or if you're gonna do the amiibo
or
thing,
the very least use your amiibo. Since they are figures, you could trade them in. Or you can sell them. You could give them to your free. So at least if anything, make it amiibo unlockable.
Yeah.
Or is it? Are they
no, it's not. You gotta buy. No. You gotta buy it. In the Mario Kart, you gotta buy it. Not Mario Kart. I mean Smash. You gotta buy it.
At least make them amiibo unlockable. But that'll be a little bit better.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Because everybody's getting amiibos anyway for Smash. Yeah, unlock.
Yeah, some people buy them for figurines just for having them. You know, so it's a nice little. It's not just something that you can't touch. You know, something that you could sell back to somebody or donate whatever you want to do with it.
Which was crazy, Katie. When we went to GameSpot this week, what we found in there that they had see the next thing that's killing everybody's talking about the amiibos, this and that. They had a bunch of usable Skylanders, Katie?
I think Skylanders and Disney Infinity stuff.
I know how much amiibos they had for resale.
1.
They had a whole.
Everybody selling them things back.
But they had a whole counter and whatever of the Skylanders, whatever, like me and Katie said, cause she's the one who pointed out. She's like, "Whoa, there's a Link amiibo." I'm like, "Okay," and then we turned the whole thing around. It was like Skylanders, Disney, Skylanders, Disney. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
One out of all that bunch right there. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But like I said, Mario Kart. I'm happy that they did that. They did the DLC right. They did and of course. I have no problem. I had no problem. Like I said, for what they did, the price, that's awesome because, as we and Katie said, they put detail into these tracks, man.
They didn't just they got them right.
They ain't just slap a track on here and switch them around. Nah, they put detail. Snow, summer, fall, whatever. Near Bowser, the rain hits against the screen. Like I said, like how the Mario 3D World lot was. This was awesome. That's how you do. That's that. I mean, then the same thing. And a lot of people thinking about the same thing with Smash Brothers. They're talking about, and Sakurai did talk about it, which a lot of people forget. They think, oh man, you got to pay $4.99 for for a character, and I have no problem paying for the characters, because in fighting games, here's the thing. When you make a character, you have to balance it not against just make a character and play. You got to balance it against the other characters. And the problem is, Smash Brothers have 50 characters in it already.
Yeah, so that's a lot of work.
So you gotta make sure. Yeah, that's coding, but you also gotta balance it. Like, okay, because like they had a video where if you're a villager, you're not a villager. What's the guy? Robin. Samus's which they fixed it, but Samus's what do you call it? Down A, which he shocks you and holds you in place.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that to Robin over and over and over again but you can't do it with any other character. So that's what I'm saying. They have to balance it against all 50 characters. That takes time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially if it's a new character that you just putting in after. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes time, but like I said, I am happy they do the way they did Mario Kart. It's cool. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, we're gonna be me and Katie gonna be enjoying this for a while. We played a little bit. We got a little. Like I said, the brakes, man. The first time I gotta use brakes in Mario Kart.
Yeah, sadly enough, yes you do, and yeah, gotta get used to it. I'll be trying to slow down or not, or just ease off the gas.
But
But
then if
hopefully
you're in a drift, but if
sometimes
you're a
that don't
drift,
work.
yeah,
Yeah,
kind of say because if you're in a drift where you lift your hand off the A, you just completely stop. I was like,
yeah,
this kills me. But again, that's how it does in the real world. If you're not powering through the curve, we're doing a kind of in real world physics, you also gonna not, you're not gonna, you come out, you're gonna snap out of the drift. So that's the part I'm saying. Like Nintendo takes real life things and put it in the game that's in this archaic world, but still people like it though. So, but with that said, I mean, me and Kate, well, me and you could join us for this right here, Tom, because me and Kate was, I'm gonna do something right here, and you could add in you add in your 2 cents into this. Cause me and Katie had an idea, but I think you know what, they should do this for Mario Kart 10, as Mario Kart X or something. Mario Kart 9, do what it could do to keep it going, and then if they could get to Mario Kart X, it would be awesome. What would be the ultimate Mario Kart? That's what we want to talk about.
mm.
What would be the ultimate Mario Kart? And Katie, I mean, I'll let ladies go first. If you had to make a Mario Kart tomorrow, I mean, that's gonna come out tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but come out in the future. What are the things that are essential to this Mario Kart that you want to put in, Katie? Other than tracks, let the tracks. We know the tracks gonna be there. We ain't gonna worry about tracks. I'll talk about what like items, physics, everything, what gameplay, what you want. Cause the reason I'm saying this is because the one thing that make Mario Kart 8 not the game that is one of my favorite games, but I still love DS because of the battle mode. That's what killed it. If they could fix the battle mode, they put a DLC with the battle mode fixed, man, that would make this awesome. That would make it the number one Mario Kart I ever own. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Yep.
So, what, Kate? I'll go with that. So, Katie, yeah, what things you add to the Mario Kart?
Well, the missions back.
Yep,
I
that
want the
was on my
missions to
mind.
come back.
The missions from Mario Kart DS.
Yes. I would like for the blue shell to fly.
So you go straight to first player only.
Yes. So I don't have to worry about getting out the way. I don't like that.
Wait, what was that again?
You see, the Mario Kart, the blue shell has been up in the air, down in the ground, up in the air. So she wants it up in the air, like in Mario Kart 64, where you go straight to the front and hit the first player.
Oh yeah, yeah, that do be getting me.
Yeah, but in Mario Kart 8, it's on the ground. So if you're in the
Yeah,
middle of the track, it hits everybody who's in the middle of the track.
And sometimes it likes to fly, and it just, you know, it confuses me.
So you wanted to be back up in the air. Anything
Yeah,
else?
it had wings. Keep it with the wings.
I hear you. I hear you. What else do you think you could add to it? Add to that Mario Kart?
Anti-grav is still cool.
Cool. Okay.
And I don't know what else.
Okay. What about you, Taiwan? Is anything that you think you could add on to make an awesome Mario Kart for the
I have
future?
a few things in my head now. I just thought of one,
Go ahead.
a way for you to fight, not fight like fight like fight. I mean, a way for you to dodge or somehow completely destroy any um weapon that gets thrown at you, even a blue shell. Because let's
Uh,
be honest, that horn hardly shows up when you need it. So I mean, just a way to where it may be hard to do, but you can still do it. You know, to where if you're in first place, to where whatever depending on the place you're in, it's it can be easier or harder. Maybe if you're like in 12th place or whatever, it's maybe easier for you to dodge, but or destroy an item. But if you're like in first place, it's harder to do it. You know, to dodge or break even, but you still could do it. You know,
I got
something
you.
like that to where you can like you can like easily not easy, but you can dodge or destroy a weapon. You know, whether with some special move or you know something.
I
Oh yeah,
got you.
that's something else that I wanted to say.
What?
Like a better item thingy. Like Like when some people are just all the way up in
You mean the
like
balancing?
yeah, the balancing is so stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Like there's people who are in second place and they got stars and bullet bills and I'm like, why is this happening?
Didn't one of the Mario Kart sites where you had to push the button to where it stopped? Uh,
Yeah, back in
and
the past, it kind of did help when you press the button,
It
but
still
it was
happens.
it still was random. But you could I think they kind of like caught it that you press it early that it does give you a kind of hand. One of the tricks, one of the tricks, right? Like I'm passing this trick down. Most people might have known this already, but once you get star, you got a better chance of getting a star in the next item box.
What?
If when you get invincibility.
Uh, Yes.
That's why most of the time I hold on to invincibility when I'm racing because when I get invincibility and then I come up against the next item, I use it then because then I get a next item, a next star. You get it's a 50% 50 cent chance that you would get a next star in the second item box we hit. Now it don't happen 3 4 times, but it does happen one and two.
oh, you know that.
Interesting. I
Y'all didn't
also
know
like to stop
Uh-uh.
getting. I also like to stop getting coins all the time.
that?
Oh yeah, that's just stupid.
See,
I got no reason to defend myself.
I
he
know you.
understands.
The reason she says that because I use the coins to like do like little boosts and jumps and stuff. So I
I mean,
use
I
it as a skill
understand
thing.
the coin was there for, but I already have 10. Like, stop giving me the coin.
What they
True.
could do is,
Okay. Let's do that. I agree with you that once you get 10, that should drop out of the rotation pool.
yeah, something. Let's keep it fair to everybody. Come on now, don't be hammering me because I'm beating everybody now.
I mean, there's like a way where you can tell that you're gonna get a coin, like if the random roulette system it has keep
Goes
going.
for a long time. Yeah. Then you're gonna get a coin.
Yeah, it's like automatically you're gonna get a coin. It's like, okay, that's nice.
Or have something
Yep.
like towards like a lottery system. Like the slot machines. So where it's like, um, the more, okay, say you're first place.
Hmm.
So let's say each slot there's like a whole bunch of so I don't know I don't know if I'm saying this right, but there's like a slot machine,
Hmm.
and you pull the thing down.
Deliver. Yeah.
Then you get hold on a second.
All right. What he take care. We gotta take care. I understand the whole item thing. I know, you know what? Like I said, is right. It wants to get 10 coins. They should take the coin out of the rotation.
Yeah,
All right.
like I need something to protect me, not
A coin.
yeah.
Dang coins.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, go ahead, Tom. I'll see what you gonna say again.
Okay, so it's like the slot machine. You pull it and it go
Hmm.
whatever however it sounds.
Yeah.
And so okay, say you Mario Kart. So each one of those ding things or those I don't know those circle things. I don't know the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know what them roller thing called in the slot machines. Anyways, each
Yeah.
selection that you got to select. Say you're like in first place. So okay, so say each one has like maybe 4 stars and like 2 shells and 1 red shell, something like that. And you got to
Uh-huh.
match them all up, or at least 2 to get maybe the red shell. Something system to where you can like to where you're trying to select what you want, but you have to maybe if you're like in last place, most of them are filled with. It's easier to I don't know to
I
win.
think, like, you know what? I think to add on to what you just said, I think maybe you do that if you were like 8 places and below, like do what, like a really like do that, like like you said, a slot machine set up just to see what happened. But I still think that the regular setup it is right now has been so ingrained that I think just ingrained that people will like people don't like change a lot of times.
Yeah,
That's what they're
yeah,
gonna be angry with that. So I don't know. I mean, it's an idea. Like I said, there's no bad ideas. 'Cause like I said, we're not developers. We just want to think of things that be cool. So you got any more time out?
oh yeah,
Go ahead,
flying.
bro.
Throw some flying in that bad boy. They're not gonna be faster. just to where you can like, okay, I'm pulling from Xenoblade now. We can fly and you can transfer to the car whenever you want. You know, um,
Like Sonic
just some type
Transform.
of yeah,
Well, you know what? Like I said, because there's only two games that came close to Mario Kart, which is Sonic Transform and Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing had the flying, and Sonic Transform had the what do you call it? Had the transform into a plane. The
yeah.
thing that's difficult, the thing that is that what they did though with those two games is you had free range, and that messed a lot of people up. In other words, you could turn around, you could turn left, you could do everything. With Mario Kart, you basically just trying to get from point A to point B. So, I mean, it's an idea. I think it could, like I said, it could work. When I play Sonic Transform, though, you see, like, I'll go to Sonic Transform. Diddy Kong Racing, like I said, basically is the closest to work. Sonic Transform, the drifting on that thing was not good. I don't like that drifting system in Sonic
Yeah,
Transform. It's too slippery.
yeah. I played that. Well, one thing they could do, I guess, is
Yeah, it's a good game.
when you transform into the flyer, you like go like into the
Hmm.
air. You're not on the track, but you're still racing against them. But you're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
That part don't make sense because still got to fight against each other. No shields. Drop bombs on somebody below you that can't even see you. That would be fair, I guess. Never
I
mind.
know, right?
Crazy. Hey, but hey, they can make it work somehow. That would be really nice.
Yep. But you know what was let's see, but you know what would work though, like you just said with the whole you say dropping bombs. That's funny. But what'll be like me and Kay was talking about this, Baby Park. I wish they did like the first half track, the first half laps was on the wheels and then they
Hmm.
just put a bar in there and then turn it into anti-grav. Just change it a little bit, just a little
Yeah.
difference.
But it's so small. It's like it goes by so quick.
Yeah.
It's still something changing. It's something different.
Some
Because you
chaos.
want is again with all the stuff that's chaotic on that track. that
It's already chaotic.
way, I know that's right. Um, anything else? Because if that, me and Kitty talked about this before. What will make a cool Mario Kart? And that's why I say I want it to be like Mario Kart 10. Even though there have been 10 Mario Karts, two arcades that make it really. There's been 10 out there in the world, but they're not on consoles, so we don't count those. Um, come out with 16 brand new tracks, right?
Hmm.
16 brand new tracks, new everything, 16 brand new tracks. Keep the Mario Kart thing alive, the gliders and the anti-grav and the same style of drifting and everything and items. That's cool. Keep that, but sell it for about let me see, 60. Sell it for about $30, 29.99. Then after that, for $20 as a DLC, then I'm going the DLC route. You sell each track from each series up on up.
Oh shoot.
Redo them, but redo them, of course, like how Mario Kart redid the tracks for Mario Kart 8, but redo them for Mario Kart 10 or X, and then redo it so you got the NES track. If you want to play it, put it in there. Bam. Then you have the 64 tracks redone. Put it in there as DLC. We'll buy it. And just take the first 16 tracks of all those cups because that was the original tracks of all those cups. Redo them and put them in that and put them as DLC. And people will, and that would basically at the end it would be like what? Um, Give me 1 second here. Let me try to add this up on my because I don't have. I'm trying to add all that because all those tracks would be a lot of. Let me see calculator. Let me see. Cause we had that, so that times that'd be 128 tracks. Damn.
That would be ridiculous.
But that would be one of the craziest Mario Karts out there, though.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
128 tracks. People
Yeah,
will be at the tournaments and stuff, man.
that would be chaos. That would be nice though.
But yeah, you pay for everything going on. You pay everything else, $20. You get the 16 more tracks redone, blah blah blah, going up. That would be cool. With that said, make sure you have a better battle mode, and the best battle mode is from Mario Kart 64. Take that battle mode from Mario Kart 64, the rules of that battle mode, add Shine Sprite, add the coin runners, and then put different tracks in there. Do the tracks different, but at least keep the rules set because I don't like Mario Kart. Like Mario Kart now, the Mario Kart battle mode is sucks. And two, once you lose all your balloons, you become an invisible bomb. I don't like that because you don't know who that person is, and you
Yeah,
get hit. You're like, how I get hit? Oh, you got to be kidding me. So it should be like Mario Kart 64, where you have you become a bomb, but people see you driving around.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
They see you driving around, so take the Mario Kart from that spot. Now, to add it up a next level, as Katie just said, put in the mission system for Mario Kart DS. Which, but if you never since you didn't play Time Out, Mario Kart DS it really had a single player mode where you had to race against other people. You had to do challenges like reverse back through some rings and try to get the stars. You had to fight bosses like what was it Bomb Bully and stuff. Remember the Bomb Bully with the horns from 64?
Yep.
Hmm.
You got to knock him. You got to knock him off the track and off the thing with your items and stuff. DS had a real single player track. Players, so single player guys who take their skills and do something with that. Add that
Yeah.
into the game. Huh?
So no, I didn't play that one.
It's a pretty cool DS game. Like I said, that's the first time they got the drifting very well. That's when the drifting felt great. In then, like I said, whenever you, I mean, like I said, I know most of the times you listen to some of the videos I've done or whatever at work or something like I do. When I'm at work, I listen to other people's videos.
Uh-huh.
So, like I said, when you go back to the beginning of this video, you might, like I said, I went through the whole chronologically of all the games, so you'll hear what I'm talking about. So when they used to what I'm talking, me and Katie talked about that in the beginning. But that add that to that Mario Kart, so people who are single play could still do something fun. And last but not least, and the reason I'm saying this is because all these are combining into an awesome game. Put back in special items from the Double Dash. Mario Kart, like Mario and Luigi, had their fireballs, and Bowser had a big shell, and you had a special. When you did the box, it became a special. Boom, put that back in there. And I'm telling you, I think that will make the ultimate Mario Kart. 128 tracks, battle mode that's good, a single player that's all right, a better online system because the online system is great but not is good but not great. But like I said, nothing's
Yeah.
perfect out there. But a better online system, balance out some of the like you just said, balance out some of the items that Katie says, and add the whole special items like in Double Dash.
Hmm.
Man, you can't tell me that won't sell like Mario Kart Wii. That thing will sell like hotcakes. And I think Nintendo would
Trust
make
me.
a. Go ahead.
Yeah, they'll make a killing because Nintendo they get creative. So I wanna put it past them. Well, I don't know about the hundred and some tracks, but I want to put it past them to
Well, like I said, but think about it. If
I
you
mean,
pay
they could
$30,
do it, but I'm saying I don't know if they would think about doing that. I
I
mean,
got you. I
I'm
got you.
sure
Like I
I'm
said,
sure they could, but hey, that would be a good idea if they did. But
well, like I said, I would try. I'll try to talk to my boy Kenji and tell him, hey man, pass this idea along, man. Come on,
yeah,
get something started. My boy hooked me up.
if
But that would be
he gets
that's
it done,
huh?
shoot. If he gets it done, shoot. That'd
I
be,
know.
hey,
I mean, like I said, that's my hookup. You know what's kind of funny, Katie? Because I took my DS to my boy in the night stuff, and
Yeah.
he saw the DS that we have. He's like, I like her. I showed it to him. He's like, damn, that's sexy. Cause we are special DSs, and I just like the way he said it. I was like, he's a dude, so it's like I was like, dude, this. He said, right. I said, I showed it to him because I wanted to show him a game. He's like, oh man. He's like, you know what? That looks sexy, dude. Damn, that's sexy. I'm like, wow, okay. I didn't. That was not the adjective I was looking for, but okay, that's okay. But this, like I said, I am in. Like I said, we'd be saying Mario Kart 8 has been awesome. If the Nintendo, if you guys do a DLC pack for the battle mode, that will be that would be the piece of resistance. That would be perfect. then this Mario Kart 8 will be good. Fix battle mode, and people will be liking it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because that's one of the main complaints I heard was battle mode.
I don't know why they went that route. I really don't know why they went that route.
I don't know. Maybe
Huh?
somebody thought it was a good idea. Who knows?
Yeah, that
Yeah, I
that
guess
that
sometimes
route, man.
when you do stuff, yeah, as you know, probably when you make your music and stuff or whatever,
Uh,
sometimes people when they got an idea that they go with it, they think, hey, they think it's a good idea. Sometimes it don't work out, you know. Sometimes it's just how it goes, I guess, you know.
no, you're right. You're right. You're truly right, and that's how it works out. But it is what it is. But like I said, hopefully they could fix it because, like I said, Mario Kart was like I said, I'm enjoying Mario Kart 8. I'm gonna be enjoying it for the rest of the Wii U, of course, and of course my back. And, if we ever get bored or something until the next Mario Kart comes out, it'll be a part of the back
I'm sure
catalog.
I I have a feeling they'll come out with some more DLC. Like at least I don't know, maybe
Well,
they will like in a year or
no, the
whatever.
main the
I think
main
they might
this
one more
after
time with
this
DLC.
after this DLC, the team that was doing the DLC, they have already moved on.
Oh, they did. Okay, never mind. Then.
Yeah, but they can. But
I guess they got the
it,
2 years
yeah,
worth.
but they could do. I'm talking about like that. I don't think they're gonna do the whole track thing. That's what I'm trying to say. They could. It takes time to develop the tracks apart, aesthetics, and everything that we talked about. So I
Hmm.
think what they should do is again battle mode. Just take 64 battle mode, put it together, put it with those rules, and done it. That's all they need to do. And I will pay $12.99 for just that. I'm being selfish here, people. I will pay $12.99 for just that battle mode. I know it could be cheaper, but I'm just saying it's just that's the weak link of this game. That's the weakest link of this game, man. Ah, but it is what it is. But before we go, I wanted to say one thing, which is maybe talked about this a little bit since I mean I already answered the questions already, which was I released a video um did last week, which basically is called between YouTube times Nintendo times YouTube equals epic fail. Not really,
Hmm.
just a bunch of crybabies.
Yeah, I watched that whole thing. Yeah.
And I have to say, time out. I mean, like I said, I was making fun with you with the whole dissertation.
Oh yeah. I got sometimes I like to write. I guess you could say. So sometimes I get carried away.
Nah, man, it's cool. That is cool. I'm cool with that. That is cool that you did that what you did because you pointed out a point that I wanted to do, but again, it was 48 minutes. I was like, I gotta cut this. I was like looking at because I gotta record and I'm looking at the record. I'm like, oh man, it's 40 minutes. I gotta stop as much as I can. But it's just one of those things that it's just one of those things that's so irritating that and it we that's why I did the video because I was avoiding it all the time. I really was like, whatever.
Yeah.
You can keep on saying, but then some of my subscribers and stuff was asking questions and I couldn't answer them the way that through Google Plus and everything. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do a video. This is my opinions. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's cool. But it's most of the stuff is so simple.
Yeah. Um. Like I said, man. I don't even remember all that. I don't even remember everything I said, but it wasn't that much. It was it long? I guess if you read it, it's pretty long. But when I was thinking of it, it wasn't that long. But
No, but
uh,
I know your point was basically talking about how in the top and how it's all multiplats in that top 10 viewed thing.
yeah. I looked at the yeah, 'cause, the original, and I wasn't going off of Player Essence video. I was going off of somebody else's. I can't remember whose it was.
Then
I'm just
was
stopped.
it
Yeah, yeah. Because
Zen
and
had it. He had the whole Zen had the
yeah,
Zen
and
had
he went live. I didn't know he's going live, so I didn't even know what he was talking about. I saw a title, so I clicked on it. It was live when he broadcasted it,
yeah.
and I didn't pay attention to the list at the time, but I did make some comments in the live broadcast chat window. I
Hmm.
made some comments in there, and I don't remember what the heck I said. I said something. I said something, but just my 2 cents, and then the
Okay.
next day I went back and then I saw the Play Essence video, and then I realized he's probably talking about that what Zen did.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. And then I went back to the list. Let me look at this list again because the first time I looked at it, I didn't really pay attention to it. I just glanced at okay, whatever. They're the number eighth, whatever. Or
Hmm.
Mario's number eighth. But then I did see new. I did recognize the new part, and when I saw Zen's video or when I was listening to it, and I was like, you know what, it does say new. So to myself, I thought instantly it can't be hurting them that bad if it's new. But then I said, why? Then I didn't think much of it. And like I said, the next day I saw Player Essence video. That's when I caught, and I go back to this list. I looked at it, glanced at it for a few more seconds. Like, you know what? I caught it, quicker than I was like, wait a minute. It hit me like, there's something wrong with this list. Not wrong with it. It's correct, but with what is being said against, this big deal that's not really a big deal, I'm like, it's not really a big deal if you actually look at the list, because it seems to be a trend of what videos get watched on YouTube, and it just doesn't seem like exclusive games are a big deal to watch on YouTube. I mean, a lot of people watching, but for the top 10, it doesn't look like that's a big thing to watch. It's exclusive games on consoles. And I was like, yeah, so if that's the case, why isn't Sony's first party games, or not first party, but exclusive games up there higher than Nintendo? Or Xbox is exclusive, and they're not doing this YouTube thing. They have strikes, but they're not doing it to a degree of their own program and stuff like that. Nintendo is. Yet there's only 2 games that are exclusive to consoles in the top 10. One of them being Mario at number 8, and the other one being Halo, sitting all the way down at number 18. So it's like in Halo's, everybody's talking about that game. Everybody's making videos because of new stuff coming out. Why isn't it higher than that? And I came to the conclusion because it's simple. People don't watch exclusive games as much as these other games. And the other games were mainly multi-plats, and more of them were PC and mobile games. So I was like, there's your answer. It's just not the trend. So it's nothing to do with Nintendo's policy whatsoever. It's just what the trend is.
Well, and what I said it also in the video, which is when I was on Google Plus, like I said, when in Google Plus and Mr. T, Dr. Feelgood, Shadow Fox, Infinite, all these guys could attest to this. When this guy came on and said it was all negative, the first time I heard it, he was like, "Look what this guy did that Nintendo can't do." It was not positive, like, wow, this is cool, I'm happy. No, it was all negative. And of course we know negativity feeds YouTube.
Yeah.
So again, it was a negativity that boosted it up there. It was not people saying, oh, this is cool. And I saw the video. It was cool, I'm not denying that, but it doesn't have the charm that Nintendo puts into the game. It was cool because it still had jagged, rounded edges. It didn't look look out of place in some of the camera clipped through some of the walls, very weird. It looks pretty, but again, there's a lot more things inside that. And Katie, Katie, remember when I showed you about what I comment to that guy?
Say that again.
Okay, remember I showed you the comment. Remember when the guy came up and I said this? I said, dude. That's a good. That looks cool, but it takes a lot more to make a good Mario game. But you know what? It's a cool video, and I put in the brackets. I'm not attacking you. I'm just, it's a cool video. And what did the guy said? I need to stop defending Nintendo.
Yep.
Remember?
They always say that.
And I was like, whoa. But but here's the thing, though, Tom. I was like, where did I say Nintendo in my comment? I didn't say Nintendo. I'm just saying that it takes more than just polishing this and make it HD. Like I said, like we said in Mario Kart, the aesthetics, the charm of the game. Seeing the rain hitting the glass in Neo Bowser when you race in, just see the shine off of the helmet, all that aesthetics, all that stuff, and also when you jump, when the camera movement, the camera's not clipping through walls. It takes a lot more stuff to make that game special, not just HD. Because there are a bunch of games out there that just HD and play horrible, or the camera work is horrible.
Oh yeah.
Or you just go to a wall and you clip through the wall and then game break your bug. Assassin's Creed. That's all I was pointing out to the guy, but he was like, I never said Nintendo, and he jumped to Nintendo, and that's what I said, that's what I'm saying. That's when I saw the video, and that's what I'm saying. That's how I saw it on Google Plus through all the things.
Yeah.
Negative. It was not all positive. Yeah, it was not all positive as everybody think it is.
And go ahead.
I was gonna say go ahead.
No, I was saying Player Essence. He was pointing out that he was pretty much just pointing out that it's not true that Nintendo's the only one doing it. He was pointing out, hey, other people do it too, but Nintendo only gets flack for it. It seems,
Yeah, because
everybody
even
gets brushed under the rug.
Well, yeah, because even Shane and Marcus Baird, when Player Essence showed a video for those guys, and those guys are former game trailers editors, they talk about when 2K Games flagged them. and took their contact down. He showed a video in his video. PS showed Shane and Marcus Beard's reaction, but nobody talks about it. And of course, Angry Joe had one when Capcom did it, and he did that one video, but nobody talked big about that.
Because they're not Nintendo. It's not the trend, as we all know, is to hate on Nintendo. So, or the popular, the thing to follow is to hate Nintendo. So people spew what they hear if it doesn't go, and that's what I think happened with the listing. It was not that we all know it's in like Nintendo, so it was more of like people. I do it sometimes. I'm sure I've done it. I try not to do it as much, but when you have a belief or you have an idea for something, and someone comes along that could further, solidify your idea or your case.
Yeah.
You may not look deep into it to see if it actually is not true. You may just look at it slightly. Oh, see, bam! I knew I was right from the beginning, from the get-go, and then throw it out there without actually looking deeper into it because it solidifies your case or what you think solidifies your case. So you don't want to dig. Not that you don't want to. It's just you get hyped, so you don't look at it, all fully.
Exactly.
That you got something, but when you actually look at it, like I did, I was like, wait a minute, no, it's not the case. You didn't even see that. It's not the case because it's just not the case. So sometimes you get hype, get over, so you don't pay attention too much. And I think that's what the case what happened with Zen. He just got over hype. Like, I know, you found something that looks like it solidifies your case, so now you can put out there real quick. So like people when they hear news and they see something, they post it real quick or make a quick video about it, and they come back later. Oh shoot, I didn't really read the full article. I read it, but I didn't really read it. I read it, but I didn't really read it. I saw something that what I was saying, or I saw something I thought would further my case, so I just threw it out there. And when I went over again, or after people called me out, I realized I was wrong. So they come and make their apology video, whatever. Okay, cool, whatever. But it happens. People get excited and they throw stuff out there without paying attention to it too much. I think that's what happened with this. He already had a stance on, he already had a stance on
the YouTube content.
Advertisement. Yeah, advertisement. Is it false? Whatever. I forgot what he said. So when he saw something that looked like it furthered his case, he automatically jumped on it without actually paying attention to it. It happens.
It's understandable. That's why I didn't say his name in the video because that's who I was talking about. But I was like, I know. I don't want to say the name because I don't want to drama with nobody. He's a good person and everything. No. Yeah, no. It's a good person.
Everybody knows. I think he'll take the Yeah, I'm not calling anybody out to damage him or whatever.
No. I know. We're just saying what we're saying. But the point that killed me. And I talked to this guy who's an Xbox guy yesterday, and he was talking about when I said, everybody's talking. I think I explained my case perfectly with the whole. You said free advertisement. I could give you the free advertisement is word of mouth.
Yeah.
That's free advertisement because you do not have if me and you were next door neighbors time and I don't have my TV right outside on the sidewalk saying, "Hey, time out, check out this TV. Yes, this feed." No, I just want to give you an experience. I'm just saying, hey, this TV has been good. Check it out. Blah blah. You know what I mean? Without, I'm not getting money for it, but I'm telling you because I want to enjoy the experience. That's free advertisement.
Yeah.
That's what free advertisement. And again, I explained also with Angry Joe what he could have done because he could have done it that way and got a lot more YouTubers, a lot more money, but he didn't do it that way.
Angry Joe had a plan from the get-go. He had a plan.
And I said it in the video. And if anybody out there, the video I'm talking about is on Katie Flo's channel. It is WTF episode 11. And you'll see what I'm talking. And you can listen to the video. It's 48 minutes. It's long, but I just had to break it down because it's annoying to how people are, getting crazy with this thing. If Nintendo did this and it hurts them, that's the decision they made.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Nintendo, but I've as me and Katie pointed out, I'm not going. I've never, like I said, the last time I went to let me see. How should I say it? A 12 o'clock opening. I didn't went to no line either. I just went to pick up the game and there was no line. But that was the Wii back in 2006. But I had it paid off and everything else. I just went in and picked it up. But that was but you see, I could have waited until Sunday morning, but because I wanted it that day, I myself went and picked it up. But I am not gaming. I love gaming, but I am not going to no cold nights or whatever outside 12
Oh
o'clock
yeah,
for nothing
yeah, me
unless
either.
it's food,
I'm that.
unless it's food, water, medicine, or something for my family. I'm sorry. You guys who think that, go right ahead. I'm not hating against you guys, but because I have many comments of people saying, "Oh man, Nintendo or Sony or Xbox need to go this for their hardcore fans." I'm like, you guys did that, not them. The
Yeah,
product
you the
is
ones
gonna
who
be
said.
there.
Yeah,
You guys are the one who go out there and do that. The product's gonna be there. You just want to be the first one to say, "I have it," and go on YouTube like, "Hey guys, I got it." I'm not that person.
that's not
I'll
their.
wait.
Yeah, that's not their responsibility. I mean, they don't even have control really. I mean, I think they can say when they can release it, but other than that, I don't think uh they can tell them how to really like
Yeah,
how
because
to
they
do their
don't. You're
business.
right
They don't have
because
control over that.
they don't tell them how to open. They don't tell them, "Hey, GameStop, open your store at 12 o'clock at night," which is beyond business hours. No.
Yeah, as long as the dated the agreement for the release date, the agreement from the store, whatever, for whoever, then that's all they got to agree on. As long as there's no, of course they can make a contract whatever certain rules that they agree to, then they got to agree to it. But
But still,
but
GameStop still opens beyond their business time.
yeah,
That's GameStop that did that,
yeah,
not
yeah,
Sony,
that's
not Nintendo, not Microsoft. They send them,
not a third party. That's
yeah, they
them.
send the product. They send the product there, so it is what it is. We did that because of it's crazy, but that's all we point out in the video, people. I mean,
So yeah.
you're breaking up. You are what do you call it? You are what do you call it? How to figure it? You're the one who goes out there to buy the purchase. That's all we're saying. Gaming is we love gaming. If Nintendo's doing this, whatever, and as I started at the beginning of the video, I said when you sign a terms and agreement to make a YouTube channel, you're in the terms and agreement. It says don't use copyrighted material.
Yeah, and you made a good point.
You're already breaking the first law of the whole thing. You agreed to do that already.
Yeah, just like you said when you have a contract or you have a business. Or you don't even have business, you can just be a regular Joe and try to get a permit from the city where to try to do like a project or something. You got to agree to it. You got to go by the rules. You can't just do what you want. And if you get fined or whatever, don't go mad. Oh, well, these guys did it and they didn't get trouble. Maybe because they didn't get caught, or maybe they just didn't care for that time. This time they're caring and they're going to
Well,
get you. So you got
let
to
me
abide by
ask.
the rules.
Let me put in that section that me and you know about because I said it in the video. Everybody speeds every day, so because and I was me and white, me and Time, we black people. Two white guys go ahead and drive, and the cop didn't put them over. But yeah, I'm gonna follow that. I don't think I would be take a chance. They got away with it, but I'm not gonna do it.
Mm-mm. Nope.
I ain't need to be. It's not. They ain't got nothing with race or nothing. I'm just saying people got away with it. Okay, that's them, but I got caught. I'm not gonna be stupid to do that.
Yeah.
Oh well, it is what it is, man. I mean, and me and Time Out, like I said, that's what I was talking to you about. I want to do a community thing. I want to do an endcast about the community, like you said. So that's what I was trying to ask you, because like not this Tuesday, but Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays are my days I could do endcast. Really, Sundays mostly the best time because I relax from my both from doing my day job and my studio job and all that stuff. So that's why I say Sundays. But I know sometimes you have family and you might be crazy stuff busy with you. So that's why I didn't want it. I want you to be in the chat. So
I'm
that's why I
usually
said
free
if.
after 6. Yeah, the other times it was just unexpected things happened or came up. So
Okay. So you think we could set up a talk next week Sunday about the community?
yeah, that'd be no problem, man.
Okay. So there you go, people. Basically, we coming to the end. This is longer than we. It was good. It's a good talk. That's all I care. We like I said, all of us here, we enjoy the Mario Kart DLC, the packs, the tracks, the car. We love what this game has done. It is fun as hell. Oh man, I mean, like I said, one of the best. I could say there's a group called Active Gamer Life where he has a race on Sundays about 5 o'clock, I think. So if you're part of
Yeah,
after,
some
if
yeah.
you Yeah, I think if you're part of the active gamer community, you could check out the game in there. And also Terminator Juice, he has a race as well at 9 o'clock on Thursdays, where
Yep.
you have about you have about 12 races to see how far it is. So those are the two communities events of Mario Kart that I take part in. If I'm not dead tired of from working, because I am in the future, I'm gonna do a video about this too, about my schedule, because many times people are like, man, I didn't see you at the thing. I'm like, dude, I was wasted, tired. Because sometimes I work like with the two jobs, with running the company and then doing the work. I get about some days I get 3 hours of sleep and work about 16, 18 hours. So the next day I just come home about 6 o'clock, which is a Tuesday, and I crash from 6 to 6, 12 hours sleep.
Yeah, that happens, man.
Yeah, but though, like I said, Mario Kart is like I said, it's a good game. Those are the two tournaments that I think you guys should check out if you're Nintendo fans. And like I said, if you're part of the Google Plus, you should see the codes and everything in there to join those races, and they're pretty cool. Everybody is coming out there just to have fun and race and see who's the top dog. Most of the Red Knights, the one who always coming in. It's funny because the races I did, the Red Knight Terminator Juice, the first, and Katie's been a part of it too. The first two laps, I'm in front, but damn it, the third lap is some. If I get hit like one shell and a blue shell and a green shell, and it's like, damn it.
With everything.
I know we need. I see. I'm not a big enough child to do. I want to do one without no items to see what happens. But I know that one because Katie knows what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I need
when it
my
comes,
skills up.
my skills are good. But yeah, but you're right though. That 200 cc's, you gotta relearn everything.
Yeah,
You gotta relearn
no
everything.
joke.
Man, it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke at all. So that's how we're gonna set it up right there. But again, if any I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna set it up for you. Set it up next week. What time would be good for you then? If you say 6 o'clock, whatever. What time would be good for you to set up? Because I mean I could push it back to like 8 if you need me to do this community talk thing.
We should do 7.
7. All
Yeah.
right. Next week Sunday we're gonna do a endcast talking about the community. I wish I could. There's a certain person I want to join because of course the last endcast which I didn't broadcast. I mean I broadcasted, but I didn't like publicize. He was supposed to make it. He didn't make it. So he's to answer questions and see something, but whatever. But we want to talk about the community because gaming is fun, but people are taking it too serious nowadays. And I don't know why when gaming became like again. I am not doing gaming for a chore. I'm sorry. I'm doing it for fun. When I put up my videos, it's just to do discussions and have fun and like to see what people is talking about. But I'm not gonna spend hours and hours playing that game just to get up there to get my little, I mean, pocket change from YouTube money. None against people who do that, but that's just not me. My videos are not monetized.
I got mine.
Huh?
I ain't made none in like 2 months. 2 months.
Yeah, you gotta get up
Mhm.
there because we need to see your video, your response video for the tag, man.
I know, man. I promised myself. This why I haven't made one in 2 months. I'm still working on the site, so that's one reason why.
Yeah, because
And
go ahead. Sorry.
because I had shot when I was in Germany, I had shot a wrestling video for these friends I had, some Romanian people
Hmm.
in Germany. It was a team they wrestled for, and I'm not
Uh,
going to finish. And I promised myself I'm not going to make any other videos until I finish that wrestling video.
oh, okay,
Uh,
that's cool.
so I promised myself that I'm not going. So I won't get. It's sort of like a punishment because I should have been done by now. It's just a little hobby I had. So I was I was over there and I said, hey, can I record you guys? And like, yeah, because I was training with him for a little bit. It was a friend I had, so he told me to come train. I was like, oh, I don't know how to wrestle, man. He said, hey, come on, man, come on, man. All right, man. Went over there and like, I trained for like 2 months, and then they let me record some of the matches on the floor, and it was pretty cool. But I'm still gonna so I promised myself I'm not gonna do any other videos until I finish these this this little short film or quick film for the wrestling thing, and then I'll get back on my videos. And Plus, I'm almost finished with the website, so that's another reason why too. Cause my first video I want to try to do is announcing the website and go from there.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I got you. But like I said, hopefully that that works out for you and you get that done. Because I basically what I want to say is because I added I joined into your community you have on Google Plus,
Oh yeah. I
so
just
you can
started that's mainly just for updates for the website. Though. I guess when I have I I guess when I get something and that's pretty much for after I finish the website, not for
No, I
that's pretty
understand you
much all I
come.
created that for is for just for updates for the website like after it goes live, just news and updates. That's what I pretty much create all that for.
No, I cool because basically when the first time we talked, you were talking about you wanted to use some of the videos that I've done for the website so you could do this stuff. It's just all
But yeah,
all
yeah,
good. It's all good for me.
correct. And
Yeah.
and some other people have agreed to it too. Actually, Big Cheese Gaming agreed to put some of his videos on the site, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I've asked a few people already, and they've all agreed. So I actually got that section already set up. It's nothing special. It's just people's channels on there. Boom. If people want to check it out,
For
it's just a
now.
place for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, just people to go through, check it out. So it's pretty cool. People agreed. Zen Gamer agreed, and that was like last year, like around July. So I've been working on it for a while. So uh,
Well, yeah, that's what it is, man. We gotta, like I said, you got stuff to do. So, like I said, life sometimes takes over what we do, man. It is what it is.
yeah. And it's
It
just
is
a
what it
hobby,
is.
it's just a hobby. It's nothing serious. It's just a hobby. So, and like I said, when I
This
started
what
it, I didn't know nothing about it, so I'm learning as I go. So that was another thing too. Is I got to do it. I'm learning. I don't have been on a website. It's just something I feel like doing, and and hey, went with the flow. So actually, it was something
I
yeah. So I went with the flow, and that's what it was. So hopefully it's done
I
soon, and
got
everybody can check it out. Hopefully everybody likes it. Hopefully you too.
no problem, no, man, no problem, man. We'll come by, man. So right now I'll say stay on for a second because I'm gonna end this for people who stay on for a second. A time out. But other
All
than
right.
that, I want to thank everybody out there for listening to Mario Kart DLC. Man, that is, we talked about it. This Mario Kart over the years has transformed. It's one of the best. It's one of the best-selling franchises out there. There are only, like I said at the beginning, there are only a couple games that, as a franchise, that made over the 100 million mark. And technically speaking, and no one has made the money as Mario Kart has made, and it's
Mhm.
crazy. And I'm happy for everybody out there who enjoy it. And like I said, if the DLC pack is there, check out those two tournaments we talked about: the Active Game of Life tournament, Lucy's Juice tournament, and hope you guys get 200 cc's packed in good. Because like I said, it's gonna take me a while to get it good, but I hope you guys enjoy it. And like I said, thank you, Tama, for joining. You, like I said, you were one of the people who started the podcast. You, Double M, anybody else, could join in anytime, even if you're not. I only did a rules thing because just to get new people to have smaller channels just like us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I did it for. But you anytime you think you can make it, jump on in and I wanted Maurice to jump on in, but I think this weekend is his birthday. He said he was gonna be here, but it's his birthday, and I understand, man. Party hardy, dude.
Of
Have
course,
fun.
man.
Don't be here with us stiffs. So everybody out there, I want to again thank you. You guys have a good night, and again check out any videos that on Katie Flow. Basically, that's our YouTube name. Check out the WTF series, and you can comment on there. And like I said, the WTF series is about this. It's basically a discussion. I put on my views out there. You don't have to agree with me every time. I understand that because I've had that, but it was cool to talk to people in the comment section. And it's kind of funny because I released episode 11, which is the one that you read watch time out, but it's episode 10 that I had, but I just wanted to get the YouTube one out first, and I said episode 10 in the other one, so I didn't want to just go re-edit the whole thing again. So, but other than that, thanks everybody. KD, Timeout, and of course Liger. We peacing out.